Hey guys, what's up? And welcome back to the channel. Today we have Carlos Alcaraz taking on Alexander Zverev. The match is about to get started. Let me put the score up here. The match is about to get underway. Alcaraz taking on Zverev in the quarterfinals. Two big names: former world number 2 Alexander Zverev and the player that's going to be world number 2 come next Monday, currently world number 1, Carlos Alcaraz. Two different young generations going at it. It's actually 3-2 in the favor of Zverev. It's going to be Alcaraz. Serving first is Anthony here for Quality Shot Tennis. Let's see who we have here in the chat. Got Layla Fernandez in here. Woo. Defunct. Let's go Big Z. That's it. What's up? What's up, Harshel? Glad to have everybody in here. Like I said, it's 3-2 for Zverev. These two have played in a Grand Slam one time before in the past. Zverev beat Alcaraz at the French Open in the second to last time that they played. Zverev beat Alcaraz in 4 sets. That was the second to last time they played, but the last time they played was earlier this year, where Alcaraz beat Zverev, destroyed him in straight sets. I think it was 6-2, 6-1. We'll see if it's different this time around, but the players are warming up. We're going to get started soon. We got a stream up going on my end to be able to watch the match. How's everybody doing in the chat? Do we have predictions? Does anybody have a prediction? Anybody got a prediction? Zverev Alcaraz. Who you got? Zverev pulling the upset? Zverev in 5. Layla Fernandez in the chat is going with the upset. Okay, Layla Fernandez. She's going with the upset. All right. She's saying Zverev. We'll see. I feel like Alcaraz is going to take it, just like he did in Madrid earlier this year, but we'll see. But we will see. Defunct. Let's go Big Z. Okay, a lot of Zverevs in here. Very interesting. All right, Alcaraz surf first point coming underway here. First point is underway here. First point going underway. Let me get the scoreboard up here. Let me get the scoreboard. Here we go. Score up here. Match getting started. Hope you guys enjoy. We'll be here from the first point to the last point. Match getting underway here. Match is getting underway. In the last round, of course, Zverev beat out Sinner. This could have been Alcaraz Sinner round 2. But Sinner lost in the 4th round. Zverev won in 5 sets, taking out the young Italian. And Zverev said himself he's back. So we'll see. We'll see what he's got against Carlos. It should be interesting. Should be interesting. Early stages here with Carlos to serve. Early stages with Carlos to serve. Let me see some predictions in the chat, though. Who you have winning how many sets? If you have Alcaraz winning in straight sets, say Alcaraz in straight sets. If you think Zverev's pulling the upset in 5 sets, let me know that. Zverev's winning in straight sets. If anybody out here thinks Zverev's winning in straight sets, please let me know. That's the prediction that's what I want to hear. I want to hear that prediction. So, let me know that as well. Match getting started here. Zverev doing well early. Let me get all set up here. $30 Zverev hits in the net. Alcaraz comes forward. 30 here. Alcaraz serving first. Hope you guys enjoy the stream. We'll be here from first point to last. Hope you guys enjoy. Anthony here for Quality Shot Tennis. Serve, Alcaraz, down the line. It goes long. Serve, Alcaraz, forehand Zverev to the forehand of Alcaraz. Hits the tape, goes over. Zverev runs. Can he get there? He does. That's the speed of, it's a lob over Zverev. Zverev still gets there, I think. Lob way up high. It goes wide. But that's the good foot speed of Zverev. Zverev's not known as the fastest player on court on the tour, but listen, he's not one of these guys that moves forward into the court a lot. He has to rally from the back of the court. So he's fast. He's quick. He's got the speed on him. He's got the speed on him. Robert, yo, Anthony and Quality Shot Tennis Rowdies. What's up? What's up, Robert? Good to have you in here. Good to have you in here, Robert. Good to have you in here. Alcaraz serving at 40-30. Alcaraz serving at 40-30. First serve goes wide from Alcaraz. Serve, kick serve to the backhand. Zverev, forehand of Alcaraz to the forehand. Zverev, forehand Alcaraz. That's shanked, but it goes in. Forehand of Zverev to the forehand of Alcaraz. Forehand Zverev. Back into the forehand of Alcaraz. Cross court from Zverev. Squash shot. That's good athleticism from Carlos. Backhand passing shot. Good angle. Backhand comes forward. Alcaraz knows that he needs to put that away. It's 1-0 for Carlos. We're here early stages in this one. Early stages in this one. Alcaraz puts away the backhand pass. 1-0. Lexi, Anthony, how's it going, Lexi? What's up? What's up, Lexi? 1-0 here for Alcaraz up in this first set. How's it going, everybody? How come you're not showing the scores, Lexi? It's got to be a technical thing. I'm gonna try to get that fixed up. I'll try to get that fixed up. Well, I got the score up here. We're trying to get all fixed up. Or it's my screen. No, I think you got it right. I think you got it right. I'm trying to get it fixed up. I'm trying to get all worked up here. I'll get the live score going as well. Here, let me fix that up. Here, hold up. There goes screen. The score should be shown as well. We got it all set up here with the score 1-0. 1-0. Alcaraz serving up backhand to the backhand of Carlos. Forehand Zverev to the backhand. Carlos down the line. That's a good shot. That's a Carlos shot. That's a tough game that he's bringing constantly at this point. It's a good game from Carlos. Love 15. Love 15 here. Carlos is up at love 15. But yeah, like I said, Zverev is actually winning in this head-to-head, but two of the times they played was in 2021, before Carlos really became the player that he became, especially one was in Acapulco, 2021, February 2021. That's the first time that these two guys played. Yeah, Zverev won in straight sets. He lost 4 games, 6-3, 6-1, just like the score in the Madrid final where Alcaraz beat Zverev. But, I mean, that's not the player that Alcaraz is. I mean, how old was he in 2001? I have to do the math real quick. He was 17. He was 17 and some change in that match. So the first couple matches Alcaraz played Zverev, he was 17, just turned 18. Not really Alcaraz yet. Then they played in the Madrid final last year when Alcaraz really stepped up in a massive way. I mean, can we talk about how fast Alcaraz became the player that he became? It's really unbelievable how fast he grew into the player that he became. 30-15. Robert, while they're already sweating badly. Yeah, it's hot out there. It is hot out there. Backhand from Zverev. That's in the net. 30-all. It's in the net. 30-all. Let's see what else we got going here in the chat. I missed your prediction. I've got Carlitos in 4. Yeah, I got to give mine. I said Alcaraz. I think Alcaraz is getting it, but I'll say Alcaraz in 4 too. But I think it's going to be really close. I got Alcaraz in 4, but I think it's going to be really close. Kind of a reversal of the French Open match that they played. First serve goes wide or goes into the net from Zverev. Yay, Anthony. What's up, Zerafine? Good to have you. Good to have you in here. Hey, Anthony and everyone. Hey, what's up? Got Marina in here. What's up? Glad to have you in here. Back in return goes Long. 40-30 here for Zverev. Yeah, we got a lot of people in here. Zerafine, Lexi, Robert. Who else we got in here? We got Layla. We have Layla Fernandez in here. Always good to have you in here. Over on the Twitch. We stream on Twitch as well. This is streamed on Twitch. It's streamed on Facebook, on YouTube. But we got a lot of people watching on YouTube. That's why I like the YouTube. I like the YouTube guys. 1-1. We're on 1-1. We're YouTube at heart. QualityShot is YouTube at heart, but we stream to all other platforms. Shout out everybody watching on Twitch, on Facebook as well. It's great as well. Ashley, hello. Anthony, sorry about Yannick. I appreciate that. I'm still that was the toughest match I've had to commentate. Not even close. And it's not just because I was like, whatever. I like predicted Sinner would do big things at the US Open, hoping that he would do big things. It was tough to watch because I'm a fan of Sinner, and to see him lose another heartbreaking 5-setter. The guy can't stop losing 5-setters in majors. At 2022 French Open, he loses to Rublev in like 4 sets. He starts being fatigued. He starts cramping against Rublev, even though he won the first set like 6-1. He started cramping against Rublev. He lost in 4 sets. Ever since that match, he's only been losing 5-setters. We'll talk about that too. Sinner's not on the court though, so I won't talk too much about Sinner, but backhand down the line, forehand, Zverev to the forehand. The Alcaraz that's in the net, love 15. But Sinner, Djokovic at Wimbledon was up 2 sets, 5 sets. Sinner Alcaraz, the epic last year. Tsitsipas, Australian Open, absolute epic. What was it? Altmaier, I believe, at the French Open. I mean, the guy can't stop losing 5-setters. And now it's against Zverev. And all of them are super different. They're all lessons in their own way, but it's just sad. It's sad for Sinner. Good for Zverev, though. Zverev is back to, you might say, his best level. I don't think it's quite there, but it's pretty good. He's playing a very, very high level. That's something to like. I'm cheering for the underdog. Okay. We'll see. We'll see what Zverev can do. Anthony, great play-by-play. Thanks, Raj from Canada. Okay, I appreciate it. F1 World Racer channel here with the F1. Yeah, I appreciate it. Yeah, doing the play-by-play. Alcaraz taking on Zverev. That's where you want to be. It's where you want to be. I was almost gutted as Anthony, almost. Robert, you joined in for that whole stream, though. I appreciate you joining in. You're always joining in for the streams. Forehand goes wide, 30-15 for Carlos. 30-15 for Carlos. We're going by their records this season, by the way. Alcaraz is 53-6 on the season going into the U.S. Open. Some of that includes a title in Indian Wells. It includes Madrid. It includes Wimbledon. It includes Queens. I mean, he's won so many titles this year. 53-6. Zverev is 38-20 on the season, but he's only been playing better and better. 30-all. If Zverev wins this, which is a huge if, but if Zverev could win this, then he would have another rematch against Medvedev in the semifinals. That would be blockbuster after all the matches they've played this year. Medvedev has brought out the best level tennis from Zverev all year this year. Even though Zverev's only won, I think, 1 time against Medvedev, they've had only epics, and Zverev's gotten close multiple times. That'd be interesting. But Carlos is the favorite here. Serve out wide, forehand the net from Zverev, 40-30. Alcaraz fist bumps. Serve out wide. It broke my heart to see Yannick cramping so early. I agree. Poor guy, but he fought until the end. Lots to be proud of. Absolutely. Yeah, only stuff to be proud of for Yannick. I mean, you start to feel like there's a pattern. I start to feel like there's a pattern. I think that this is something that might be something that just is a part of what his career and his own obstacles are, is finishing off matches and winning these tight epic matches. That could be a part of his pattern, but I see so many other parts of his pattern that are so exciting and so top notch and so top tier that it doesn't worry me too much. And for all the lows that you experience as a Sinner fan, I think we're going to get all the highs back. And those are my favorite players to watch. I like the players who, their journeys aren't always easy, but they'll find it. who'll win a major first, Sinner or Rublev? I kind of don't know. I don't think Rublev's winning a major, to be honest with you. I think he'll reach a major final, but if I had on my best guess with Alcaraz around and all these other great players coming up in the generation before him, I kind of worry that I want Rublev to win one, but I don't know if he's going to go all the way. Sinner, I think, is going to win multiple majors personally, so I would go with Sinner for that one. Deuce, forehand from Zverev down the line, backhand to the backhand of Zverev, cross court has a good, I think that's in from Zverev. No, it's out, just wide. Just wide. Advantage here for Carlos. But both of those guys play pretty well across all three surfaces, so you never know. They'll have chances at all four of them, I think. Advantage here for Carlos. Serve. Down the line, forehand Zverev's in the net, 2-1 for Carlos. Carlos, a few tight moments, but he's up he's up at 2-1. He's up at 2-1. But yeah, that Zverev Sinner match was crazy. It was real. Anybody who didn't tune in, I know it's late for some people to go watching this Zverev Sinner. I appreciate a lot of people stayed up for it though. I had comments like I'm watching from 4 a.m., 5 a.m. So I appreciate everybody who stayed up for that, and anybody who's going to stay up for this too. Before the match, and especially for I'm just saying for my live stream, anybody staying up, I appreciate it. But that match was like a battle of attritions. It was just absolute physical warfare between the two of them. Sinner started cramping, then Zverev was hunched over. So we'll see if Zverev is not too tired going into this match, because it's one thing to start cramping. It's really another thing to look super tired out there pretty early on. I mean, not early on, but like just tired in that match. So let's see if Zverev isn't too tired. I don't think he will be. Maybe Sinner can get another Masters before he gets a major. I expect he will. He's still on his own journey. I'm almost positive he'll at least get to a major final next year. I feel confident. Or I hope anyway. On my best guess he will. But yeah, I think a Masters would be the more realistic kind of thing at the moment. 2-1 here for Alcaraz. We got a lot of people in here. We have F1. We got Ashley. We got Sean. We have Robert. We got Marina in here. We have Lexi. We got Zarafine. Who else? We got Layla Fernandez. We got Harshal. We got Defunct rooting for Zverev. We got some Carloses as well, though. I know that. We got Ashley with the Carlos. I know that. Hey, Anthony and Game to Love. Fam, what's up, Peaches? Good to have you. Yeah, shout out Game to Love as well. It's a great channel over there. What's up, Peaches? It's Anthony Hirsch here for QualityShot Tennis. Hope you guys are enjoying the stream. Carlos smiling on the court like always. Zverev to serve. Zverev catches the ball toss. Serve coming. Still people setting down the crowd. Zverev's waiting for the people in the crowd. Zverev is waiting on the people in the crowd. Serve down the line, goes long. Second serve here for Sasha. Serve into the backhand of Carlos. Backhand Zverev. Inside out. That's in the net. Left 15 here for Carlos. Carlos picking up. The trick shot Spaniard. He's up at love 15 here. Trick shot Spaniard up at love 15. See what happens next. 17 minutes into this contest, early stages. We got two big names, though. Two different generations going at it. Love 15 here. First serve goes long. Zverev does a Federer move. The crowd claps. He hits the ball straight to the ball kid. All right. Showing some skills. See with the serve. Forehand right on top of the return is Alcaraz, but it's in the net. Right on top of the return, but it's in the net. Almost a saber. Lexi's here. Yeah, Lexi's in here. Anthony is sorry. Meant to say quality shot tennis fam. I'm making my rounds. You're good, Features. You're good, Features. Yeah. Now, shout out Game to Love. They're a great channel as well. Hey, Ashley and Lexi. What's up? What's up, everybody in here? Serve down the line. It's too good. It's a massive serve from Zverev, 30-15. Massive serve from Zverev, 30-15. Zverev's a tough player to play. I mean, Zverev is consistently aggressive from the baseline. Huge serves. Really great off both wings. His backhand is stellar. I mean, he's a really tough player to play. If he has the mental side going, his game, the game he plays in tennis itself is a very tough game to play. Very annoying for almost any player. And the players that have the most success against Alcaraz so far in his career are the aggressive players staying right on top of the baseline. He's not the most aggressive player around, but he is kind of like a aggressive baseliner. He can test out Alcaraz a bit. Backhand, forehand from Carlos. That's out. He can rush Alcaraz. Zverev can rush Alcaraz, which doesn't necessarily mean Alcaraz is going to lose, but he can rush him. He can rush Carlos. 2-2 here. We got 2-2 here. Don't forget to like the stream if you're enjoying it, by the way. It's up to Quality Shot Tennis if you're new. We got until the last point. It's the stream where you want to be. Stream where you want to be for this Zverev versus Carlos. Almost 20 minutes into the match. By the way, if you're interested into who these players beat on the way to the quarterfinals, I'll tell you that after this point. Serve coming here from Carlos. Serve coming here from Carlos. Serve goes long. A lot of first serves not going in from Carlos. He's gonna start really suffering in his service games if that continues. First serve percentage not there so far. Serve out wide. That's not a great serve either. Not a good spot serve. Forehand cross court. Forehand of it's Zverev who really pushes bad error. Really bad error wide. 15 love. I think Zverev thinks it's like a weird bounce or something. I'm not sure. Looking at the line. Maybe a bad call. Bad call there. 15 love here for Carlos. 15 love for Carlos. But Alcaraz beat Dominic Kopfer, Lloyd Harris on his comeback, Dan Evans, who won Washington, Matteo Arnaldi, young Italian player, talented young Italian player. Forehand goes long from Zverev. 30 love. Zverev beat Vukic. He beat Altmaier. He beat Grigor Dimitrov. And he beat Yannick Sinner, which is probably the big loss of the tournament so far. Although seeding wise, that would be Holger Rune in the first round. But Sinner's been in form, and Zverev taking out Sinner was a statement coming into this match. It was a statement. It was a huge statement. We were one win away from a Sinner Alcaraz rematch. Zverev said no. Zverev said, "Listen, yeah, Djokovic is up here. Alcaraz. I saw the Alcaraz Djokovic Cincinnati final. This generation's still around. Medvedev Zverev generation, we're still around." That's what Zverev said. No Sinner Alcaraz. We're getting Zverev Alcaraz, just like at the French Open last year. Backhand cross court into the backhand of Zverev, backhand Carlos. The forehand of Zverev, backhand Carlos on the stretch. Forehand inside in. That's in the net. 40 love. That's in the net. 40 love. Is there any clear strategy going on? Yeah, nothing crazy, but Zverev is being very aggressive so far. That's what I'm noticing so far, and it's kind of working. Alcaraz is kind of rushing a little bit, but nothing crazy. I'm going to gauge it, but I think there will be some, especially on the side of Zverev, there's going to be some very clear strategy stuff going on, so I'm going to gauge it. But Zverev is being very aggressive, which is what he needs to do. Serve out wide goes wide. If Zverev's not being aggressive, he's not going to win. Zverev needs to play aggressive, I think. Serve, no doubt about it. Backhand down the middle, forehand Carlos, the forehand of Zverev, forehand Carlos, cross going to the forehand of Zverev, back to the backhand of Carlos, backhand Zverev to the backhand drop shot. That goes wide, 40-15. That goes wide, 40-15. I missed these lives. I remember when we saw Alcaraz versus Demon. Greetings. Hey, what's up, MXA? Yeah, in Queens, I think. Yeah. Yeah, I remember showing you, talking to you a lot in the chat. MXA, what's up? Yeah, I like seeing your name in here. Join in for more. Join in for more. Quality shot tennis. Listen, that's what I always like about these. It's good to have something to constantly look forward to. So I hope that I can be that for some people. That'd be cool. Somebody to talk tennis with. That's what I'm here for. First serve in the net. Another serve coming here from Carlitos. Serve out wide. Alcaraz is not hitting great spot serve so far. Also, bad approach shot. He kind of gets away with it with a good volley, though. 3-2. Alcaraz, I don't know. Alcaraz kind of so. He's not at his best so far, to me, I think. But still early stages. We're still getting dialed in. A lot of familiar names in the chat today, Sean. Yeah, listen, I knew that was going to happen. As soon as I knew I was calling Alcaraz versus Zverev, I was like, yeah, we're going to get a lot of people in here because Alcaraz Zverev is a crazy. Whenever you have two names like Medvedev, Djokovic, Alcaraz Zverev, Nadal, whatever, Nadal versus Medvedev, like Nadal Tsitsipas, whenever you have any one of those kind of names, that's going to get people in, especially Zverev just beating Jannik Sinner. So I knew right away this is going to be a crazy strat. I appreciate everybody joining in here. Join in here for my call of it. I appreciate everybody joining in here. Why is Berrettini so injury prone? It's the body. It's the big serving, the big hitting, the big forehands, the strokes off both sides. And it's kind of the Del Potro kind of thing where he's a very tall guy, big guy, and the way he plays, he was always gonna deal with some injuries. Hopefully he comes back strong though. When he's at his best, he plays amazing. So hopefully that doesn't last too long. Carlos versus Sasha's like fight night features. Yeah, it's kind of like that. It's an intense matchup. What's up? We got Max Zen in here. Hey, Anthony and everyone. What's up, Max Zen? So we got a lot of people in here. Speaking of familiar names, who we have? We got Max Zen, Peaches, Zerafine. We got Raj with F1. What else? Sean, MXA, Lexi. Thanks, everybody, for joining in. Layla Fernandez as well. Layla Fernandez. We're trying to get all the WTA players in here. So Layla Fernandez is a good start. We got Layla in here. And she is rooting for Zverev. Okay. All right. 3-2 here for Alcaraz. Or wait, who's serving? Zverev is serving. 3-2 for Alcaraz. Zverev to serve. Zverev to serve here at 2-3. Alcaraz running back to return. Alcaraz is running back to return. I don't know who to cheer for. These are my fave too. That's a predicament. When that happens, I just sit back and enjoy the show. That's all you got to do. Just sit back and enjoy it. Forget cheering for anybody. This is the time to enjoy it, Peaches. It's the time to enjoy it. Serve. Oh, Alcaraz full on guesses, but he gets the return anyway. Even though it went to the other side, a huge backhand pass. Huge backhand pass from Carlos. That's what I say about Carlos. He plays video game tennis. Sometimes they said Roger Federer plays with a magic wand for a racket. I heard that all the time with Federer. Alcaraz plays with a video game controller. He just has fun out there. He plays video game tennis. His tennis isn't real. He just hits crazy shots like it's nothing. Backhand pass, easy, low 15. Serve out wide. The Zverev serving is catching Alcaraz out, though. Alcaraz not really doing much on his serve so far. Zverev is doing a lot. 15-all. 15-all like let's see what Alcaraz can do, though. Alcaraz is crazy. Serve out wide, forehand, return to the forehand. Zverev, that's in the net, though. 15-30, though. Small chance for Alcaraz. Like I said, though, Alcaraz beat Kopfer, Lloyd Harris, Dan Evans, Matteo Arnaldi. None of those players. I mean, listen, I think Dominic Kopfer is a great player. Lloyd Harris can play really well at his best. Fearless, dangerous player. Some really crazy shots that he can hit. Dan Evans, he's a tough player at his best. Very kind of, what would you call it? Kind of crafty shots. Arnaldi is very talented, but none of those guys are like a Zverev type player, especially how Zverev is playing at the moment. So I don't know if anybody has really prepared Carlos for this match, to be honest with you. And nobody really plays like Zverev either from the players he's played so far, let alone Matteo Rinaldi. He doesn't play like Zverev at all. Backhand to the backhand of Zverev, forehand drop shot that's in the net, and it's 30-all. That was a chance for Alcaraz, though. That was a chance for Alcaraz to get 2 break points. Chance for Alcaraz to get 2 break points. Zverev, on the other hand, he got more than enough preparation with Jannik Sinner, Vukic, who plays a very big game, very tough game recently, Dimitrov, who's been playing amazing. Dimitrov was a great match for the first couple of sets before Zverev ran away with it. First sets, I think, were tiebreakers, and Zverev won 6-1, 6-1. Dimitrov ran out of gas. Dimitrov playing in his 52nd consecutive Grand Slam, which is crazy. Nobody ever talks about it, but that's insane. Backhand cross court. It's too good from Zverev, 40-30. It's too good from Zverev, 40-30. One can really see how much Carlos likes playing tennis, smiles in every match. Yeah. I love play. Yeah. There's something really infectious about it. There's something really infectious about it. You love a player that just loves playing the game. 40-30 here. 40-30 here for Zverev at 2-3. Serving the net, 3-3. Serving the net, 3-3. Break point incoming. Not quite. It was just avoided MXA. I felt it coming on, though. So, not crazy. I felt it coming on. Yep, that's what I'm doing. Enjoying fight night. That's it, Peaches. You guys sit back and enjoy it. Sit back and enjoy it. Zverev taking on Alcaraz. And I don't think it's that clear. Zverev took out the guy who had match point on Alcaraz last year. It's not that clear. Zverev and Jimmy Puckets are buddies. Okay, well then there's going to be some conflict. There's going to be some conflict in there for sure. Forehand cross court, forehand to the backhand of Alcaraz. Backhand on the stretch, lob way up high. Zverev running back. Alcaraz running back, I mean. Serve, that's in it. Smash in the net, love 15. Alcaraz looking a little bit off. I'm not going to lie. First set, Alcaraz looking a little bit off so far. I mean, he's nothing massive, but just ever so slightly looking a little bit off. And the serve is not doing anything for him. There's going to be a break point for Zverev if that keeps going, because I think the stats will back it up too. The serve hasn't really been there for Alcaraz. Not yet. Left 15. Nothing crazy though, but his game looks just slightly off so far. Serve out wide. Forehand shanked, and it's all because of the serve. The serve was a bad placement, like right in the middle of the box. Love 30. I mean, on the middle of the box, but he needs to place it at the corners because Zverev is a top-tier returner, backhand or forehand. Zverev's backhand return is elite. Love 30. Love 30, though. 3-3 and love 30. Appreciate everybody joining in here. It's Anthony here for Quality Shot Tennis. I'll be here for the rest of the match. Love 30. Serve out wide. Still good from Carlos. 15-30. Shank return from Zverev. 2 shank forehands in a row from either side. 15-30 here. 15-30. Serve down the line. Alcaraz is not placing these well enough. Forehand, Zverev. It goes just long, 30 yards. He's kind of getting away with it, but he's not placing his serves that well so far. Not too well so far. Alcaraz is 7 for 8 when coming to net. Zverev has not come to net yet so far in this match. Alcaraz has come to net a lot. That might be something Zverev might want to consider doing more, though. Zverev's got to play aggressively. Come to net. That's a good serve from Alcaraz. 40-30. 40-30 for Carlos. Carlos picking it up. Trick shot Spaniard. Picking it up here. 40-30. 40-30. 32 minutes into the match. Serve coming here from Carlos. Down the line, goes long. Another serve coming here. Serve from Carlos. Kick serve into the backhand. Zverev, backhand Carlos, down the line. Forehand is Zverev. That's big. Cross court. Forehand Zverev. Back to the forehand, Carlos. That's shanked and it goes long, deuce. That's shanked and it goes long, deuce. Zverev's got to play aggressive. He might want to consider coming to net more. Zverev was coming in a lot all season. He's been coming to net a little bit more than he has recently. Coming to net works against Carlos. That's not a bad play. Obviously, you're going to get hit with some crazy passing shot every once in a while, but Zverev wants to come in more than he has so far. Deuce. Take the time away from Carlos. Now let him set up some crazy shot. Forehand right into the backhand volley of Alcaraz, though, who does serve in volley. He serves in volleys into the net. Zverev is one of the few players that has a winning head-to-head against Carlos. There aren't many. There are not many at all who have a winning head-to-head against Carlos early in his career. I'm going to look up the exact number, by the way, because I want to have the number, but especially having played like at least 2 or 3 times there, early in Alcaraz's career, there have been very few players that have a winning head-to-head against the world number 1. Serve into the net. Second serve. 3-3 advantage here for Carlos, trying to get out of this 3-3 game. We're still early stages. Kick serve out wide. Forehand from Carlos. Inside in. Forehand is Zverev. Inside out. Backhand is Zverev into the backhand of Carlos. Forehand Zverev. Inside out. Comes to net. Backhand passing shot. Carlos runs, but he can't get to the volley. Forehand volley put away from Zverev. Deuce. Forehand volley put away from Zverev. Deuce. How's the chat feel? Carlos, Sasha, and 3-4-5. Let me know in the chat. I want to see predictions in the chat. Who's win this match? How many sets? Carlos or Zverev? I said Carlos in 4 sets. I said a reverse of their French Open match. By the way, I want to talk a little bit about their French Open match because I think it was underrated. I'm not just saying because we're watching Carlos versus Zverev. That match was underrated. That was one of my personal favorite matches of last year. And last 2022 was crazy. It had so many good matches. First serve goes long. Obviously, the Australian Open final happened last year between Nadal and Medvedev. Maybe the greatest comeback in the history of men's tennis, or at least the most significant. Oh, that's a big forehand passing shot from Zverev. Alcaraz tries to do some crazy 360 shot, but what was I saying? If Alcaraz doesn't improve a little bit on being more effective on his serve, Zverev's going to get a break point. Zverev has a break point. Zverev's got a break point. Alcaraz has a racket on it, but it's still too much pace, and it seems past Alcaraz. Seems past Alcaraz. Advantage here for Zverev with a break point. This match ain't so clear. This match ain't so clear. Both of these guys did really well in Cincinnati, as well as Zverev beat Medvedev in Cincinnati, reached the semis, played a very high-level match against Djokovic. And then Alcaraz, of course, had a match point to win the whole tournament in the final against Djokovic. That is probably one of the best matches of all time, or at least one of the best of 3 matches of all time. One of the most exciting third sets you'll ever see of any match. Serve coming here from Alcaraz, down a break point. Forehand from Zverev to the forehand of Carlos. Forehand is Zverev into the forehand of Carlos. Forehand is Zverev into the backhand of Carlos. Backhand Zverev. That's in the net. Zverev blinks a little bit because he should have just been getting more and more shots in play. There's a time and place to be aggressive. Deuce, 3-3 and deuce. There's a time and place to be aggressive. Carlos in 4, too many factors against Zverev. Okay, yeah. I mean, I'm kind of with you, Robert. I'm kind of with you. Alcaraz 3-0, MXA. That would be crazy. That's like Berrettini at Wimbledon. At Wimbledon, Zverev lost in straight sets to Matteo Berrettini. Unseeded Matteo Berrettini. Even though Zverev was playing crazy, like I said, Zverev's been coming to net. That's great on grass courts. Berrettini beat him in 3 tiebreakers. That's crazy. Alcaraz would love to do the same. That's a bad drop shot from Alcaraz. Forehand, way out wide. No way Alcaraz gets that. Yeah, it goes long. All right, another break point. Alcaraz is kind of off his game so far, and that's kind of paying off for Zverev. Listen, if you're hearing my call, I know I'm saying that a lot, but I expect a lot from Alcaraz. He's not playing horrible. I'm not saying he's not playing horrible, but he should be playing better. It's advantage for Zverev. He's not playing horrible, but he's got to play better. Advantage here for Zverev. Against Zverev, who's playing very well. Serve out wide, goes wide. Let's see what Carlos can do. First serve goes out. Kick serve. Backhand Zverev. He kind of runs around a forehand. He could do that. Forehand cross court. Forehand Carlos way big down the line. That's a gutsy play from Carlos. I like that. We like gutsy plays. That's a big one. That's a big one from Carlos. It's a big one from Carlos. Carlos doesn't care if it's a big moment. He will go for his shots. He will go for his shots. His idea, make the other person think on a big moment. Make them nervous. Because both guys are nervous. It's a big moment. Make the other guy nervous. That's what it takes. That's what Alcaraz does. That's a bad play serve again. Zverev right on top of the baseline. Carlos clearly thought it was going out. Forehand cross court. It goes long. Game point for Carlos, but he's hanging on just. He's not placing the serves well. He's not placing the serves well. Zverev is playing really well off the forehand side. I'm enjoying for Zverev. Okay. All right, Marina. Interesting. Advantage here for Alcaraz at 3-3. At 3-3. First time these two guys played was Acapulco 2021. Last time was Madrid earlier this year, where Alcaraz won, I think, 6-1, 6-2. Forehand cross court. Forehand is Zverev drop shot. This guy is gutsy. Backhand, ooh, nearly in from Zverev, but goes out 4-3. Zverev's playing well, though. But Carlos escapes at 4-3. Carlos escapes at 4-3. Interesting. By the way, earlier in the day, what was it? Earlier in the day, Daniil Medvedev beat Andrei Rublev in straight sets. Very hot conditions, just like it is tonight as well. And Sabalenka won today. Also, Madsen Keys beat Vondrousova earlier today as well. So it's going to be, what is it? Keys versus Sabalenka and Muhova versus Goff, which is very interesting. The women's side is so good. The women's side is so good. I think everybody's kind of prepping for the Alcaraz Djokovic final on the men's side, although I don't think that's set in stone. One of the reasons is Zverev versus Alcaraz. But the women's side is very interesting. Those are some of the matches, though. Alcaraz complained to the umpire, by the way, about something. Trying to listen in. Carlos complaining about something with timing, something or another in the ballpark of something with not having enough time. Was probably given a warning by the ump about playing a little bit quicker. I don't know. Play's getting quicker and quicker. I kind of feel for Carlos. It's tough. The players have a lot to do. Daniil Andre, that was so sad for Andre. Was so close yet so far. Yeah, Andre is now 0-9 in Grand Slam quarterfinals. That's a record. Tommy Robredo had the record at 7 Grand Slam quarterfinals without ever winning one, without ever reaching the semifinals of a major. Now Rublev, he's going to have to try to do it on his 10th time around. He's going to get there. He's going to have another quarterfinal. We'll see if he gets over the line. Because Alcaraz is straight up guessing on these serves. Clear ace for Zverev out wide. 15 love. Conditions bothering Carlos. Yeah, I think so. He's not getting a read on the Zverev serve. The heat is making the serve just go skid through the court like so easy. First serve into the net. Zverev is hitting that forehand huge, by the way. A forehand to forehand rally, Zverev is kind of really doing well so far. And really being able to push Alcaraz back, which is what he needs to do. Alcaraz is rushing. Backhand cross court to the backhand is Zverev. Forehand bang to the backhand. Zverev defends it well, though. Forehand cross court. Forehand pass right into the backhand volley, but too much pace. It's too much pace from Zverev. 30 love, 3-4. 30 love for Zverev at 3-4. Love for Zverev at 3-4. But yeah, that was Medvedev Rublev was earlier today. Winner of this one plays Daniil Medvedev in the semifinals. Medvedev will be hoping that Zverev wins, I would think, although Zverev beat him in Cincinnati just a couple weeks ago, the last time they played. So I don't think Medvedev will be incredibly happy either way, but Medvedev has beaten Zverev a few times earlier in the year. And Alcaraz seems to be very tough. I kind of want to see Alcaraz Medvedev US Open. That would be fun, though. I've been wanting that match, so I'm excited for it either way. Backhand to the backhand slice of Alcaraz, forehand to the backhand slice of Carlos, backhand Zverev to the backhand of the Spaniard, forehand, the German to the backhand of Alcaraz. It goes in. That's in the net from Zverev. It almost looked like Alcaraz stopped for a second. I think he thought his slice was going out. 30-15. 30-15. Serve down the line, goes wide. Alcaraz really not figuring out the return stance yet, by the way. It doesn't look like. Stepping in for this one. Big forehand down the middle. That works. Goes out from Zverev. 30-all. Alcaraz is still playing around with some different strategies. Robin Williams said, tennis is a chess game. Played at 90 miles per hour. It's true. It's true. It's true. 30-all here at 3-4. That's a quote that always sticks with me. And it's true. 30-all here at 3-4. Serve out wide, goes out. Another serve coming here from Zverev. Serve down the middle. Backhand to the net from Zverev. We got a break point for Alcaraz. Break point for Alcaraz. We got to get some like exciting rally to pick up here, to pick the crowd up. We need a little bit more action on court. Yeah, I agree, Zerafine. I agree. We got to get something going here. We got to get something going here. Maybe a break. Maybe a break is what it needs for the match to pick back up. 30-40. If Alcaraz breaks here, I don't think it's a sure thing that he keeps it, by the way. Alcaraz has kind of been looking so-so on serve. I want to look at the stats, too, on his serve. 3-4, 30-40. 3-4, 30-40. Serve into the net. Second serve here from Sasha. It's a break point. Second serve. Could be an iffy moment for Zverev. Second serve. That's big. Down the return. Oh, forehand. Zverev somehow gets it, but it's a smash put away. A break for Carlos. Carlos fist bumps and vamoses. They've only played on a major once before. And Zverev won that. Alcaraz looking for revenge. Zverev looking for revenge from Madrid, though, where Alcaraz absolutely obliterated him. Not close. It was not pretty. It wasn't pretty. 5-3 for Carlos here. It was not a close match in that one. Carlos is listening to me, Zerafine. Yeah, Carlos is listening. That was a huge forehand return. Huge forehand return from Carlos. Backhand from Zverev goes out. It's a good point from Alcaraz. Good point from Alcaraz at 15-love. Vamos, Alcaraz. Yeah, that's it. That's it. Long live Carlos. Carlos figuring it out. Backhand to the net, 30-love. Carlos is 2 points away from the set. Alcaraz is just so tough to play. Alcaraz just finds a way to win through sets, through matches. Whenever you beat Alcaraz, that's a big moment. We'll see if Zverev can do it. It's going to be tough. You're freezing up, Anthony. I appreciate it, Zverev. Is it better now? I think I saw that froze up for a bit. Is it better now? Am I looking better now? You were for a bit at least. Okay. I'm glad it's better now. Well, that's better now. That was the technology. I was not freezing up. I wasn't staying frozen. That was my computer freaking out. My computer freaking out. They were excited for Alcaraz. 40 love here at 5-3. 5-3, 40 love. Serve here from Alcaraz. Finish this off in 50 minutes. 50 minutes play. Kick serve out wide. Back in the net from Zverev. Alcaraz takes it 6-3. Be here for the second set. I don't think it's going to be simple for either player. It's not going to be simple for either player. And it wasn't simple in the first set. 6-3. Got two different generations going at it. Come back for a second set or stay around. I'll be here. Stay around. I like to joke around. I like to joke around, you know what it is. All right, first serve stats. First serve stats. 6-3 set for Alcaraz in exactly 50 minutes. Let's look at the match stats so far. Join watching Zverev Alcaraz. 54% first serves in from Alcaraz needs to be better. Not great from Zverev either, though. That needs to be higher. Zverev needs to make first serves in. When he got it in, he did well. 75% first serve points won, though. That's pretty good from Alcaraz for how many he won. But he played almost just as many second serve points, and not too bad. 59% second serve points won. 7 winners, 12 unforced. Not good stats from either. 7 winners, 13 unforced. Not the highest level set. Not the highest level set. That explains why the crowd wasn't really getting into it at the end of it. But we'll see. We'll see. Alcaraz, yeah. Carlos got the first set. Carlos got first set easy. Second set going to get underway. It's Anthony here for Quality Shot Tennis. Don't forget to sub Quality Shot Tennis. We'll have more matches for you. We'll have more streams, as always. A bit of an announcement as well. I do not think there is going to be a Tennis 360 podcast coming out this week, unfortunately. But we will be back. Eliza wasn't able to do a podcast this week. She's busy at the U.S. Open. That's all good. It's all good. And we'll be here for after the U.S. Open finishes. We'll put out a podcast on the channel for Tennis 360. We'll have more stuff coming out with that. But yeah. First set for Carlos. Second set coming underway for Zverev. Zverev served first, 50 minutes in. Carlos is not playing his best tennis. No, he is not, Ashley. But he always seems to find a way. I couldn't say it better. That's how you would say the first set. He really is not playing his best tennis. He's just guessing on serves. He's not making many first serves in. He's kind of struggling in some of these rallies, but he just finds a way. And the mental side of it really edges towards Carlos. I mean, if we're like, it edges towards Carlos. And that's what made it really impressive that Zverev was able to beat Carlos at the French Open last year in that epic. That was an epic match at the French Open, so high level from both sides. The rallies were amazing. Zverev is the kind of player that really gets the best level out of Alcaraz. Really for at least the best kind of rallies from the back of the court, just solid classic rallies. Good forehand down the middle from Zverev, 15 love. And he really finds a good level from Alcaraz. And the fourth set tiebreaker was really amazing. Alcaraz at that time, people were like, yeah, of course, the French Open is going to be the first major that Alcaraz wins. He's the heir to Rafa Nadal. People were like, of course, yeah, he's going to win a French Open. He's going to win 14 French Opens. That was like the expectation. It's like, yeah, he's in the quarterfinals. And then Zverev comes out of nowhere. It's like, not just yet. Not just yet. And then that tiebreaker was like written like a script. I think Alcaraz had to set points. Zverev saves it. It was amazing points all around. You didn't know what was going to, you really didn't know what was going to happen. It was Zverev winning. It was Zverev winning. 30 love. Zverev definitely going to gas soon. That's it, F1. Yeah, Zverev was out of the legs. That could be a factor. That could absolutely be a factor. Wow, Alki. So it's Alki versus Medi. If it keeps going like this, and like F1 said, if Zverev is tired like he was against Sinner, then that could be a factor. 40 love. Or 30-15. 30-15 here. Serve here from Sasha Zverev. Out wide, that goes long. Serve coming here from the German. Serve out wide, it goes long. 30 all. 30 all. This isn't where Zverev doesn't want Alcaraz up a set and a break. Because listen, if you're down a set, you're down a set and a break against Carlos. That's bad news all day. Some people are saying straight sets Carlos. Carlos has the momentum. 30 all here for Zverev. Zverev's got to pick this back up real quick. He was playing good level for some of that first set. He's got to pick it up. Serve down line. He did. 40-30. Zverev's been around the block. Former world number 2. He's beaten Djokovic in big finals before. He's beaten Djokovic in final of Rome. He beat Djokovic in the final of ATP finals. He's been around the block. He beat Djokovic at the Olympics. He's beaten Djokovic a few times, actually. 5-setter against Djokovic in the semifinals of the U.S. Open. Very high level. That's the last U.S. Open Zverev played. Forehand return. Alcaraz gets it in. Smash put away from Zverev, though. 1-0. Zverev 1-0. We're going to see an epic. Maybe. Zverev, at least we have a maybe. Zverev gets the first game of the second set. One zero. So, Anthony, what can you say about the Shelton Tiafoe match? Shelton is so much fun to watch. Lexi, I'm going to be honest, he's not my absolute favorite so far, but he brings in crowds, and I got to respect that. I mean, it doesn't matter what I think. He gets a lot of people to watch, and that's great. He obviously has a lot of passion. It's always great when you get somebody with a big serve, but also great rest of his game as well. So, I mean, it's all good. And he showed up with the big level. Tiafoe, not quite at the absolutely insane level he was last year, but it was a high-level match. And Shelton had the big game that can really break down Tiafoe's game. He found a way through. Won the big points. Won a really crucial tiebreaker, I think, in the third set. So that was a good match. Might not be my favorite, but I mean, buggy whip forehands, kind of very Sampras-esque in some ways, but I mean, Sampras is one of the best ever, so I don't even know if I like the comparisons. But we'll see. Shelton, exciting young player in his own right. Forehand down the line. That's too good from Zverev. 15 all. Very talented. Big shot maker, big game. I would take talent over fitness all day, F1. Well, you definitely need some fitness, but yeah, I mean, you need both. So I don't know if you can take one over the other. You need both, I think. 15 all. Yeah, what happened to Tiafoe? He looks not in the zone. I agree, Lexi. He doesn't look quite himself. I don't know what's up. Everybody has down stretches. I think he'll be back to a high level, but I've been really surprised with the level that Tiafoe's brought ever since, what was it, the U.S. Open last year. Really a very high win percentage. He's won a few titles, won a title in Houston earlier in the year on clay courts, which is like, that's crazy for Tiafoe. Won a title against Jan-Lennart Struff. By the way, I hope Struff comes back with this crazy game. He beat him in where was it? In I forgot where it was. One of the grass court tournaments. Actually, I know where it was. It was in the German grass court tournament in Tagenbosch, I think it's called. If I nailed that, then I'm proud of myself, because that is a ridiculous name to say. Hertogenbosch, I think. Backhand cross court, backhand Zverev cross court into the backhand slice of Alcaraz down the middle. Forehand to the backhand, way up high, lob. Backhand Zverev cross court, backhand Alcaraz goes right back to Zverev though. Backhand volley, backhand pass. Zverev doesn't really have the ins and outs of what it takes to be at the net, and Alcaraz knows the passing shots. Nadal has the best passing shot of all time, in my opinion. That's one of the few that I can be like, yeah, I think Nadal has the best passing shot of all time, because he can do so much with that. He's always hitting shots to pass the opponent throughout his whole career. But listen, Alcaraz is giving him a run for his money. Alcaraz's passing shot is crazy. I mean, I don't know. It's not really like one of those things. Nadal, it's going to be almost impossible to pass what Nadal can do, especially off the forehand side. But Alcaraz hits a lot of crazy passing shots. 40-15. But Zverev didn't really move how he needed to and anticipate how he needed to at the net. That's just Zverev's lack of experience at the net. He's a baseline player. 40-15. Aggressive baseline player. He's still aggressive from the back of the court somehow. Forehand to the backhand of Zverev, cross court, backhand of Alcaraz, inside out. That's a great shot from Carlos, 1-1. Feels like Alcaraz is picking up. Zverev couldn't beat Alcaraz even when Alcaraz was, in my opinion, clearly not at his best in the first set. So at 1-1, Zverev, he's in trouble if Alcaraz is picking up his level. I favored mostly lefties, but not Tommy. LOL. Yeah, the crowd got into him, right? Yeah. The crowd's been into Shelton all the time, and that's good to see. I mean, I appreciate any player that gets the crowds going. That's cool. That's cool. Alcaraz is a prime example of it. 1-1. 1-1. Here's Zverev serving. Serve into the net. Another serve. By the way, don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Quality Shot Tennis. We do streams. I'll be here for more streams. Anthony Hirsch here on the call. Anthony here on the call for Quality Shot Tennis. Don't forget to like the stream as well if you're enjoying it. It helps out the stream and the channel to get around. Forehand, inside in. Forehand Zverev to the forehand of Carlos. Forehand Zverev to the forehand of Carlos. Cross court. That goes long. 15 love for Zverev. 15 love for Zverev on the serve. Yeah, Alexi, Shelton is fun to watch. He's fun to watch. He's a fun shot maker. First time I watched Ben Shelton play, I was in Atlanta. He played John Isner, and he lost to John Isner in the third set tiebreaker. It looked like Ben Shelton was going to beat Isner in 3 sets. Ben Shelton was hitting crazy shots. He was hitting big serves. I was like, wow, this guy's exciting. I still wasn't quite sure about it, though. I wasn't sure about his mental side, about whatever. I still need to gauge him. But he's a shot maker. He's a shot maker. If he gets the crowds going, then I'm for that. So I'm a fan for anybody who gets the crowds in. So that's good. 15 love at 1-1. Serve, backhand Zverev. That goes on his side. 15 all. Peaches, Sasha needs to win the set. Yeah, that and more. If Zverev wins the set, he's out. Zverev needs the set. Absolutely. Good point. Good point, Peaches. Zverev needs the set. And he can take it. He can take it. 15 all. And it's not just the physical side, by the way, too. I don't even think that's the main thing. Coming back, like, if Alcaraz wins the first 2 sets, when does Alcaraz lose up 2 sets to love? Like, Alcaraz, like, that's going to be almost impossible for Zverev to come back, win 3 straight sets against Alcaraz. That's going to be nearly impossible. So, Zverev needs the set. That and more. I have 0 doubt. 15 all here at 1-1. 15 all here at 1 game apiece. Serve down the line. That's a great backhand return. What a return from Alcaraz. 15-30. Held on to 2 hands on the racket. Strong. Full momentum going into the court over his shoulder. Knew right where he wanted to place the ball. Perfect return. Used the pace off the serve of Zverev. We're at 15-30. Alcaraz knows how to work the court. Trick shot Spaniard, 15-30 at 1 game apiece. Quarterfinal of the U.S. Open. Serve. Down the line, return, that's in the net. 30 all. 30 all here. 30 all here. First time to watch the collegiate tennis tournament. So stressful and fast. Really, I mean, I love watching stuff like that. But yeah, it plays it's very quick. But it's fun to watch. It's fun to watch. I like, yeah. College tennis, I love watching college tennis. It's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun to watch. I mean, a lot of it, or I'll say after. 30 all, big point. Really big point. First serve is long, second serve. Zverev needs a good second serve here. Alcaraz is going to be all over the return, just like he was the last time on the deuce side. And the fact that Alcaraz is going to be all over this return could play into the factor of if this is going to be a good second serve. Backhand, cross court, backhand slice of Alcaraz. We're at neutral. Forehand, cross court, forehand of Alcaraz. The backhand Zverev inside out. That goes long. 30-40 for Alcaraz. We got 30-40 for Alcaraz. 1-1, 30-40. But yeah, the main college tennis tournament in the States was held a lot of years, like every 2 years at the University of Georgia. And I would go every like either 2 years or 4 years to go to the University of Georgia growing up and watch college tennis. If you have college tennis nearby, come through. A lot of the college players are going to be professional growing up. I saw Cameron Norrie playing college tennis. I saw John Isner play college tennis. I saw Yannick Hanfman. I saw a lot of great players. Steve Johnson. Backhand cross court. Backhand Zverev down the line. Forehand cross court. Zverev's there though. That's a good slice. Backhand cross court. What a rally. That's too good from Alcaraz. Alcaraz jumps up in a huge vamos. He gets to 2-1. 2-1 for Carlos. 2-1 for Carlos here in this quarterfinal encounter. Alcaraz firmly with the momentum. Like we were saying, Zverev needs the set. So Alcaraz running away with it. Zverev needs the set and Alcaraz running away with it. Like I said, though, Alcaraz's serve hasn't really been there, though. So maybe something could happen. But it looks like we're heading for Alcaraz Medvedev. I'll say this about Alcaraz Medvedev, too. As soon as I watched Alcaraz versus Medvedev in their Indian Wells match, in their final, I was like, I think Medvedev said the same thing in his press conference as well, which is that I think Medvedev said the same thing that it's a bad matchup for Medvedev. Clearly, it's a bad matchup. Everybody was like, it was almost felt like a scientific experiment. The two very creative, talented players who play very kind of unorthodox games, but one a very creative, one from the back of the court, one moving forward, very aggressive. Medvedev very defensive. Alcaraz very offensive. So it's kind of a social experiment, kind of like a scientific experiment, their Indian Wells final. And clearly it showed that Alcaraz, the complete powerhouse player, wins in their matchup. But I just wanted to say, just like Medvedev said after that match, I want to see them play at the U.S. Open. The U.S. Open and Indian Wells, are you kidding me? Those are two different courts. Those are two different surfaces. They're both outdoor hard courts. Those are two different surfaces. I think now that I'm less excited for that match than I used to be. I think Alcaraz is a clear favorite, but Medvedev plays amazing tennis in New York. He straight setted Rublev today. I'm still interested to see that match. So even though I think I know what the result is going to be, I'm still interested to see that match. Personally, 2-1. 2-1 for Alcaraz serving. I was waiting for Alcaraz versus Medvedev for a long time. So, and I wanted to see them play at the U.S. Open. So that was an awesome point from both of them. That's true, Ashley. I'm always reminded of Sampras versus Agassi. That point where they're hitting all of the corners around the court, just playing perfect shots. That's like that. Anybody who hasn't seen highlights of Sampras Agassi 2001 quarterfinal, do yourself a service and look that up. That's one of those matches that you have to see as a tennis fan. You have to see it. Because that's a classic. It really is. I'm not just saying that, like, watch this tennis history stuff, like watch whatever. Like, I'm not just naming a match to be like, watch this before the big three. Yeah, they used to play tennis good too. Like, literally, it is an amazing match, and it's so fun to watch. There's great highlights on YouTube. So I would honestly make time, and I would highly encourage to watch it because it really is one of my personal favorite matches. 2001 quarterfinal between Sampras and Agassi. Love 15 here for Zverev, but that point reminded me of that. Who wins Alki and Medi? I reckon it would take 5 sets. Lexi, if it takes 5 sets, that would be so exciting for me. I would love a 5-set Alcaraz Medvedev match, but I reckon Alcaraz wins in. I almost want to say straight sets. It might be 4 sets, but I hope it's not though. And I'm still curious to see that matchup. So I would say Alcaraz in 4 sets. Alki will smoke Z. Sorry. I love the energy, Lexi. You don't have to apologize for nothing. You don't have to apologize for anything. Alcaraz is up. He's up on Zverev. I agree. That was the best Sampras Agassi match, in my opinion, Robert. Yeah, I think that there are a few others that people always put that one out and only that one. So there are other ones that are amazing, but that was the best one, in my opinion. And I think the fact that it is 4 sets makes it a harder match to like sell. But it's 4 tiebreakers, and it's one of the most amazing shot making I've seen in one match from both players. I saw a comment on their YouTube match, highlights of their YouTube match, that said either of these players on that day would beat any other player, and I highly agree. It was towards the end of both of Sampras's career and also Agassi's career, and it was just, I don't know, it was almost meant to be. It was just such an amazing match from both players, high level, crazy shot making. It was just, I don't know, I love that match. Kind of like Federer and Nadal 2017 Australian Open. end of both of their careers, and they just produce an absolute epic match. 15:30 here, by the way. We got all eyes on the match. Zverev looking to break right back. Alcaraz doesn't really have the placement on a serve at the moment. 15:30 here. Alcaraz at 2-1. Hour and 8 minutes in. Alcaraz looking to get this finished off quick, which would be crazy after to get into the semifinals. That'd be big for Alcaraz. Listen, Alcaraz is mentally, physically spent after Cincinnati. He wants to get through Zverev quick if that's even a possibility. The man who took out Yannick Sinner, Alcaraz's good friend and rival, who played in another absolute all-timer at the U.S. Open. All-time U.S. Open match. Speaking of Sampras, actually, 2001. Sinner Alcaraz last year was another all-time U.S. Open epic. Zverev took out Sinner. We got Zverev versus Alcaraz. Zverev in the net. A couple nervy shots from Zverev in the net on big moments. 40-30 here for Alcaraz. $40-30 here from Alcaraz at 2-1. $40-30. Is Zverev still in this game, though? He's still close in the service game. Let's see what he can do. Serve down the line, goes just wide. Second serve. Serve. Alcaraz, kick serve. Backhand Zverev into the backhand of Alcaraz. Into the forehand of Zverev. Forehand of Alcaraz. Way up high into the forehand Zverev. It goes long, though. Deuce. Like I said, Zverev's still in this game. We're at deuce. We're at deuce. All right, I got a simple question. Well, I asked it earlier in the chat. I was going to say, is Zverev going to win a set in this match? Let me know. Is Alcaraz winning in straight sets or is Zverev taking a set? We thought before going in, Zverev has a very good chance of making this very close. Is it going to be Alcaraz straight sets? I kind of don't think so. Alcaraz comes to net, drop volley, drop out volley. That's a good backhand. Backhand swing volley. Zverev gets there. No way. Oh, it goes just wide. Alcaraz looks back at Zverev. Alcaraz appreciates good tennis. That's what you love to see. Zverev is smiling too a little bit, I think. Advantage. Zverev stopped for a moment. He didn't even run back because I think he couldn't believe that the point was still going. A couple shots right at the net. And Alcaraz leaves the ball and it goes wide. Wow. Big backhand swing volley. Zverev nearly makes the next shot too. It was good movement to get around the ball. But it's advantage for Carlos. Can't buy first serve. Can't buy first serve. Serve. Down the line. Zverev forehand. Down the line to the forehand. Shanked of Alcaraz. Alcaraz got to play clutch here. 2-1. Remember when Mehdi was saying at IW, it's not a hard court. I'm a hard court specialist. LOL. Medvedev is a laughing. He's so funny. What was he saying earlier in a press conference? Guy in the crowd just at his house in his own time, like in his bed, just vamos. Like Medvedev is the funniest guy on the tour. Medvedev and Rublev are both so funny. They're both Mehdi is hilarious. It was so bad I felt so bad for Mehdi and Rublev today. It was awful conditions for them. True. Yeah, I felt bad. Yeah, you gotta feel bad for him. Medvedev is the funniest guy on the whole tour. Forehand down the line. Advantage for Carlos. I hope we don't get conditions like that. That's tough to watch for both players. Those are two of the funniest, most down-to-earth players on the whole tour. Medvedev always comes out with epic lines. My favorite thing Medvedev ever said was supervisor in the crowd. I think Jerry Armstrong in the crowd. There's a lot of Armstrongs. I don't want to embarrass myself. But I think Jerry Armstrong in the crowd. Serve into backhand to the net, 3-1. Alcaraz escapes break point and gets to 3-1. I don't think there was a break point actually, but he gets to 3-1. It was a tight game. But supervisor in the crowd, Jerry Armstrong, Medvedev right at the towel, right where the supervisor is sitting, turns to him and almost the mic can barely pick it up, but he says, Jerry, please default me. I don't want to be here. He's playing on clay against Aslan Karatsa, fellow Russian, I think in Monte Carlo. And he turns to the supervisor and says, "Hey, Jerry, please default me. I don't want to be here," which is amazing. Amazing. A player asking to be defaulted is never not going to be golden. 3-1 here for Alcaraz. 3 games away from going up 2 sets to love on Zverev. Let's see if Zverev can make more chances for himself. All right, is it going to be straight sets? Straights. Everybody says straights. I agree. I said 4 sets for Alcaraz. I think it's going to be straight sets now because Alcaraz is only picking up his levels. Zverev couldn't win even when Alcaraz was not at his best in the first set. And Zverev has the challenge of the physical aspect. So backhand goes wide. And what do I mean? If you watch Sinner versus Zverev, you know what I mean. Zverev was hunched over for at least 50% of that match. Love 15 here. Love 15 in this one. Juan Carlos Ferrero watching on. Juan Carlos Ferrero was in the final of the U.S. Open exactly 20 years ago against Andy Roddick in the final. Forehand to the backhand of Zverev, cross court, backhand of Carlos, the forehand of Zverev, forehand of Carlos. Forehand of Zverev, forehand Carlos. That's in the net. That's what I'm saying. Zverev's aggression can break down Carlos's game, especially forehand to forehand. Zverev's been hitting the forehand pretty well so far. So if Zverev can get the break back, you never know. But he's got to get that break back, and that is tough. He's not going to win from 2 sets love down. I don't think this is going to be a Nadal Medvedev 2022 Australian Open. He's not coming back from 2 sets. He's got to win this set. I think Zverev's got to win this set. 15-all. Serve down the line, backhand Carlos, the forehand, Zverev, forehand Carlos, the forehand, Zverev, forehand Carlos, the forehand, Zverev, backhand Carlos, the backhand of Zverev down the middle, forehand Carlos, inside in, forehand Zverev to the forehand of Carlos, backhand Zverev. What a passing shot! That's a Zverev classic, 30-15. Zverev has one of the best backhands on the tour when it's working, 30-15. It's very hot, humid here. All these people in the stands is even hotter. Yuck. Yeah, that's how I felt. I mean, that's how I feel sometimes going to the Atlanta Open. It gets so hot in the summer. It gets almost unbearable. And yeah, it gets just super sweaty. People everywhere. Super sweaty. Both looked like they could faint at any moment. I felt bad for Rublev. Rublev especially just looked like he was gassed. Rublev was gassed. Serve out wide, back and return into the backhand. Zverev, forehand of Carlos, inside out. That's big. Backhand slices Zverev down the line. It goes long. It goes long. Yeah, it was more or less a health hazard. Yeah, it's tough. I don't understand why the roofs weren't closed for these matches. Sinner Z and all the other sweltering matches. That's a disservice to these pros. Yeah, they got to close the roof, just like for Fritz versus Djokovic yesterday. Super hot conditions for Taylor versus Novak, but they closed the roof at least. That was an underwhelming match. I was hoping Taylor would bring something to the table. Neither guy really played their absolute best, but I hope that Taylor would bring it more than he did in that match. Backhand to the backhand of Sasha, backhand of slice of Carlos, the forehand of Zverev, backhand of Alcaraz, cross court to the backhand. Zverev, forehand of Carlos, inside out. That's big, but it goes long. OMG, what a Sasha. Yeah, it's a classic Zverev. Classic Zverev features. That backhander, it's amazing to watch what he can do with that shot. Crazy angles, crazy passing shots. Really great shot. A great shot from Zverev. 40-30. That was probably the best shot I've seen him hit this tournament. Earlier in this game. On the dead run. 40-30 for Zverev. It's a good sign. Hitting the forehand big and also some crazy backhand passing shots as well. 40-30 here for Zverev. Forehand to the backhand of Zverev. Forehand Carlos. Inside in. Forehand. Tweener. Oh, it's in the net though. Tweener from Carlos, but it's in the net. 3-2. Carlos didn't really have another shot though. It's not like wasn't like Benoit Paire where he just came in thinking he was going to hit a tweener. He got caught. 3-2 here for Carlos up a break. 3-2 for Carlos up a break. Carlos has an incredible 53-6 record on the season so far. He's won a few tournaments so far in the season, of course, winning Wimbledon, winning Madrid, winning in Queens, winning in Indian Wells, also winning in, where was it? Nearly won in Cincinnati, a match point against Djokovic. That was a match coming in. If he can manage to beat Zverev in straight sets, that's big for him. Coming off of being exhausted off of Cincinnati, I'm sure. But where else did he win? It was not in Rio. It was the tournament before Rio, also on clay courts. I forgot where it was. Barcelona. It might have been Barcelona. or maybe it was the other way around. I got confused. But one of those clay events he won as well. First tournament of the season he won. Also against Cam Norrie in the final. Zverev 38-20 on the season, but he's coming off a Cincinnati semifinal. Also won the German Open against Laszlo Djere in the final. Laszlo Djere in good form, went up 2 sets on Novak. Also a Serbian player. A lot of people expecting Alcaraz Djokovic to be the final of U.S. Open like it was at Wimbledon. Kind of the 2015 U.S. Open. Federer Djokovic played final of U.S. Open and Wimbledon. Could be that type of thing, except Djokovic now against Alcaraz. That'd be crazy. That's a crazy comparison. But we'll see if that happens. Also, rematch of Cincinnati. Not sure if it's going to be if that happens, I'm not sure if it's branded more as a rematch of Cincinnati or as of Wimbledon. Both were crazy historic matches. All right, 3-2 here for Carlos. 3-2 here for Carlos. It's Anthony Hirsch here on the commentary. Hope you guys are enjoying it. Don't forget to like the stream if you're enjoying it. We're trying to hit 40 likes by the end of the stream. That would be awesome. That'd be really cool if we could do that. I hope you guys are enjoying it. Anthony here on the commentary. Zverev versus Alcaraz, U.S. Open quarterfinals. Earlier, it was Daniil Medvedev who made it into the semifinals. Earlier today, it could be a rematch of Indian Wells where Alcaraz played Medvedev in the final. If Alcaraz wins this on a much quicker hard court. 15 love here for Alcaraz. Backhand goes long. 30 love. Alcaraz cruising. Alcaraz is cruising. Alcaraz is cruising. Serve goes long down the line. Another serve coming here from Alcaraz. Serve down the line, backhand Zverev to the backhand slice. Alcaraz that goes long, 30-15, or it goes wide. Goes wide. I'm going to look up. I'm interested. How many players does Alcaraz have a losing head-to-head against? Because if Alcaraz wins this match, Zverev no longer has a winning head-to-head against Alcaraz. Zverev was up 3-1 against Alcaraz, and then Alcaraz won their match in Madrid earlier this year. So it's 3-2 for Zverev. I'm curious. I'll look that up because I really am curious. The players have a winning head-to-head against Carlos. So it'll be one less if Alcaraz wins this. Alcaraz and Sinner will have the same head-to-head, or Zverev and Sinner will have the exact same head-to-head against Carlos, 3-3 in their head-to-heads. I think Ultimate Tennis Statistics or whatever, I think they got the stats for that. I'll look up the rivalries for Alcaraz. .40-15 here for Carlos. Go up 4-2 in the second set. Serve out wide, forehand Zverev. That shanked into the crowd, 4-2. Shanked into the crowd, 4-2. Alcaraz plays in serve better, by the way. I think he's getting slightly more first serves in. I'll check on that too. Because first serves in the first set was 54%. Second set, 62%. It is going up. It's going up from Alcaraz. I bet he's winning a lot of those points still. 85% first serve points in this set. Winners to errors got to be better too, by the way. Well, not so much, but it's whatever. Alcaraz is still winning 4-2. Same for both guys, 5 and 8, if that's right. I'll look up losing winning head-to-heads for Carlos. Alcaraz is cruising. Negative head-to-heads for Carlos. All right, I got all the losing head-to-heads for Carlos. I'll say it after this game. I'll say it at the 4-3 game. I'll do the play-by-play for this. Serve out wide, back in Carlos. That steps in, that's in. Alcaraz is nearly hitting saber shots. Alcaraz was hitting sabers against Djokovic. I didn't see a lot of people commentating on it, but Alcaraz was clearly hitting sabers against Djokovic in the Cincinnati final. Alcaraz was hitting full-on sabers. Both guys were playing super aggressive. I think it was the strategy for both players in the Alcaraz-Novak match. Novak was coming into net a lot and volleying the best plays played. Alcaraz has been volleying a lot this tournament. I think it's going to be a strategy against Novak. Why would that be a strategy against Novak? Well, if Novak is coming into net and he's having success, I think Carlos wants to come into net and have to avoid Novak from coming to net. That's part of why. That's part of why. Serve out wide, 15-30. Zverev inside out. It's too good. Alcaraz nearly runs for it. I'm glad he didn't, though, because it almost looked a little bit sketchy. So I'm glad he stopped himself. 30 all here. Could be a chance for Alcaraz to pull away, though, if he hasn't already. If he hasn't already, we'll see. We'll see. Got some stuff going on in chat, too. Hope to respond to that as well. 30 all here, though. Big moment. Big moment here for Sasha. If Sasha can hold, he's always in the set. He really is. And him being in the set means he's in this match. If he loses the set, I don't see a comeback. I can't imagine that in my head. Backhand down the middle. Backhand Zverev to the forehand volley. It goes long. 40-30 for Sasha. He's staying in this. He's staying in this for the Zverev Carlos. Could be a classic match. We'll see. So far, it's Alcaraz pulling away. 40-30. 40-30 here. Hour and 24 minutes into the match. Serve out wide. Goes wide. Backhand from Zverev to the backhand of Carlos. Backhand Zverev down the line. Forehand of Carlos. Cross court hits the tape. Goes over. Forehand down the line. They're great rallies here. Backhand to the backhand of Carlos. Forehand Zverev into the backhand slice of Carlos. Kind of close to the net. Pulls Zverev in. Drop shot. Carlos runs. What a pass. That's a Carlos Alcaraz shot. What a rally. Rally of the match. That's a Carlos Alcaraz shot on the passing shot. Deuce. Carlos is playing merciless. Carlos can play merciless against Sasha Zverev. Carlos can be merciless against Sasha Zverev. Forehand pass. He's been merciless a couple times in Madrid. The only times Alcaraz has beaten Zverev is in Madrid. Like I said, Alcaraz is up 3-2 over Zverev. Sorry, Zverev is up 3-2 over Alcaraz. That's one of the only losing head-to-heads that Alcaraz has. One of the only ones. I want to look at the other ones as well. Losing head-to-heads for Carlos. I'm looking at them now. It's not many. First serves long from Zverev. Deuce here is Zverev serving. Serve. That's in the net. Double fault. It's a break point for Carlos coming. Crowd is silent. The crowd hasn't... There's been a few good rallies, but I think they were expecting a closer match than this. Advantage here at 2-4. Serve down the line. Forehand. Big into the forehand is Zverev. This could be a big moment here for Carlos. Forehand inside in. Forehand Zverev. Forehand Carlos. Big down the line. He's got this point one. Forehand inside out's too good. Carlos gets to 5-2. He gets to 5-2 for a semifinals. Zverev fans are going to be disappointed. Zverev's shown good signs, but I think he's a little bit tired, and definitely Alcaraz has picked up to another level. Alcaraz found a way in that first set, as he often does. As he often does. Don't forget to subscribe, by the way, to Quality Shot Tennis. If you haven't already, we'll be here for more streams as well. Alcaraz versus Medvedev. I want to watch that. I did them at Wimbledon, but listen, Medvedev on grass courts is not his favorite. U.S. Open hard courts, both of these guys love the U.S. Open. Alcaraz Medvedev could be fun. I think that will be their best match between the two. I think maybe outside of indoor hard courts, I think that might be the best place to watch them play each other. But the problem for Medvedev is that even though Medvedev plays amazing at US Open, that Alcaraz plays incredible as well. We've seen that in this match. Tommy Paul. Yeah, Paul has a winning head-to-head, Sean, over Carlos. We'll get to that. Okay, so winning head-to-heads against Alcaraz. I'm going to go over winning head-to-heads against Alcaraz. The few players that have winning head-to-heads against Alcaraz. So let's see. There are only 4 players that have played Alcaraz at least twice. The Alcaraz is super young. Not a lot of players that have played him a lot, but still. There are only 4 players that have played Alcaraz more than once and have a winning head-to-head. Only 4 players. That'll be 3 if Alcaraz wins this, as he looks like he's going to. Mikael Ymer, who retired, which is very sad, by the way. I was a fan of Ymer, and very quick, very player, fastly improving, having the best season of his career. I thought that went out of the conversation way too fast, if I may say. I don't know much about the doping thing. I don't know his specific situation, but I hope that less players have to drop out because that was scary to watch as a fan. I was a fan of Ymer, so as much I don't know. Things have to be done, but I was sad to see Ymer go. Anyway, Mikael Ymer is won. Rafa Nadal. Nadal is up 2-1 over Alcaraz. Felix Auger-Aliassime is up 3-1 over Alcaraz, and Sasha Zverev is up 3-2 over Alcaraz. So it could be 3 players. It could be 2 active players if you don't count Mikael Ymer. And if you count Nadal as active, which I think you should. Nadal and FAA would be the only 2 active players with a winning head-to-head over Carlos if Zverev loses this match. 5-2. Serve out wide. Zverev pass. Alcaraz is so fast. Alcaraz is so fast. It's unbelievable. I grew up in the time where Federer was hitting crazy shots all the time. Like Federer was there was tennis and then there was Federer. Like Federer was the guy that was pushing tennis to a brand new level, winning everything, going deep. He redefined what tennis was. He was so influential, hitting crazy shots. It just feels like I'm watching a kind of Federer thing with Alcaraz where he's just such a crazy shot maker. He's so crazy, and he's so fast. People forget how fast Federer was. He was fast, too. Alcaraz reminds me a bit of Federer. Very aggressive player as well. Loves drop shots, touch shots. Very creative. Tweeners behind the backs. I mean, a lot of the ways that I love Federer, Alcaraz the same way. Both very good sportsmen as well. The only matches that make me sad, the ones bet Medi and Rublev, because there's so much between the two of them. They support each other, whatever one is playing. So to see one to lose the other sucks. Yeah, that's true. I think they're sad to play each other. 2 of the most down-to-earth guys. Lexi, I'll be straight up with you. My favorite moment I've watched tennis this year was off court. It was the Dubai final press conference because it's 2 guys that are so genuine and down to earth and so nice. There's the way they were talking. Medvedev also just a dramatic dig at Tsitsipas. We got a set point for Alcaraz, by the way. I got to keep my eyes on the match. Set point go up 2 sets to love. Serve out wide. Forehand down the lines of Vamos from Carlos. He goes up 2 sets. It looks like it's going to be Alcaraz in the semifinal. Looks like it's going to be Alcaraz in the semifinal. Alcaraz will have made at least semifinals of all the majors that he's played this year. Alcaraz will have made at least semifinals of all 3 majors he's played this year. No shame, by the way, if you're a Zverev fan, like Zverev, no shame on Zverev because Zverev has played he's tired. He's played an amazing last couple of events. So no shame. Zverev beat Sinner in the 4th round. I thought Sinner was going to do something crazy. Zverev came out and he deserved that win. And Zverev made the quarterfinals. No shame losing to Alcaraz. But like I said, Zverev will no longer have a winning head-to-head against Alcaraz. By the way, other players that have a winning head against Alcaraz at all, Lorenzo Sonego beat Alcaraz the one time they played. Hugo Gaston beat him in straight sets in Paris. That's a crazy match. Thiago Montero beat Alcaraz, Fabian Morazan, and also Alexander Erler, who I've never even heard of, but apparently he beat Alcaraz. So whoever Alexander Erler is, he can forever say he beat Alcaraz. But that's less than 10 players, I think. That's 9 players. Only 9 players, period, have a winning head-to-head against Alcaraz. Those are the 9 players that have a winning head-to-head against Alcaraz. And the 4 players that have played him at least twice, Mikael Ymer, Rafa Nadal, Felix Auger-Aliassime, and Alexander Zverev. Could just be 3 players with winning head-to-heads against Carlos. Lexi, I was sad they played today. I never like to see them play one another. Yeah. Yeah, Ashley, it's always sad to see them play because they're such genuine, down-to-earth guys. And they don't have to be, but they just, I don't know. There's something about them that it's great to see. I know that Rublev is the godfather of the cutest baby on tour. Yeah, that's it, Lexi. He sure is. Andre and Danielle are besties. He's the best godfather around. That's it. Best godfather around. Medi's daughter is so darn cute. Yeah, I haven't seen Medi's daughter yet. Yeah, it's adorable. I can only think there must be a couple of players who have played Alcaraz once and won. Yes, I just named them off. Lorenzo Sonego beat Alcaraz the one time they played. I'm sure that could change, though. Hugo Gaston, Thiago Monteiro. Marazon was the craziest one in Rome earlier this year. And Alexander Erler, who I've never even heard of. Hey, what's up? We got Try in here. What's up, Try? Hey, Try. Everybody excited to see Try in here. What's up? What's up? Glad for you to be joining in. It's Anthony here for Quality Shot. Anthony Hirsch here for Quality Shot Tennis. Hope you guys are enjoying it. Don't forget to like the stream if you are enjoying it. We're trying to get to 40 likes by the end of the match, which could be the end of this third set. It would be cool if we could get there. Word to the wise. Hey, what's up? We got Ghost in here. Ghost Gerolitis. Word to the wise. Don't play tennis in chaps. There are other ways to be a cowboy. Thanks for that, Ghost. Carlos is playing lights out tennis. He's really picked it up in the second set. Absolutely. Appreciate you coming in here, Ghost. Yeah, tennis fits. They can be a bit weird. We haven't seen this kind of lack of mercy since the Spanish Inquisition. That's a classic. Yeah, Carlos is a crazy Spanish player. Absolutely. Carlos is a crazy Spanish player. Zverev is tired. He is. Reminds me of Faison during the Australian Open. Faison kills it, though. Listen, Faison can be like falling asleep and he still is back for the call. Faison bleeds tennis. I came into one of these live streams. I don't know if anybody was in here. I came in here. I was like, Faison, listen, I know I get passionate and hyped up. Whatever. Hopefully not without substance, though. But I get passionate. I get hyped up watching it play. And I want to be that. I want to be that for tennis. I'm glad that I am that way. But I came in here. I was like, listen, I might be a 10 in terms of like hype scale. Faison, he's an 11. He's an 11 for quality shot tennis. I really mean that. Faison bleeds tennis. He might hide it. It might be under him a bit. But listen, he's so good to watch. He knows a lot. Great presence. Great in podcast too, talking. So really have huge appreciation for Faison. And great guy too. Really great guy. I was afraid this would happen. Yeah, medical timeout. MTO for Zverev, by the way. Sorry, I forgot to mention. MTO for Zverev. Zverev is very tired. So hopefully Zverev is okay as well. Zverev very tired. Medi was my pick to win it all. I'm still alive, Robert. You're still alive. I'm not in there. I'm not still alive. I like the Medvedev pick, though. I'll be honest. I said it to somebody. I was like, he's my favorite pick because nobody's talking about him. And I think that's underrated. I think Medvedev Alcaraz, if Medvedev is going to beat Alcaraz, I low-key feel like this might be a time because Medvedev is not too tired coming off of Rublev straight sets. He hasn't played an epic in the tournament so far. Alcaraz had a tough 4-setter against Dan Evans, even Alcaraz coming off of Cincinnati. Medvedev lost in the round of 16 quarterfinals of Cincinnati. I don't know. It could be a chance. Medvedev likes the faster courts. And Alcaraz isn't serving that well. Medvedev has a crazy return of serve. I'm just saying, if it's going to happen, I kind of feel like this might be the time for Medvedev to do it. Crazier things have happened. Nobody thought Alcaraz was beating Djokovic at Wimbledon. That's all I'm going to say. Does anyone think Shelton can beat Nole? I think he can. Very talented big serve. Novak can struggle against big servers more than somebody like Federer, for example. Federer loved playing big servers. I've seen Novak struggle more against big servers. Like against Hurkacz at Wimbledon. If Hurkacz was more clutch, I don't know. That would be kind of a crazy result for the tennis world. Shelton coming out of nowhere. I think he can. I don't think he will. I think Novak will win in straights, which I don't think is a big hot take, but I think he can. I've made it clear I'm not the biggest Shelton fan around, although I appreciate what he brings. I think he has a great game. He's a young player, very exciting, promising young player, but I'd like to see something like that. That'd be a crazy result. And it gets a lot of people involved in tennis, and that's good. Winning head-to-head against Alcaraz, Tommy Paul, Mikael Ymer, Coherent English, Teenage Acne, FA, and Rafa. I can't. I'm trying to read the cryptic ghost chat chats, and it's hard. It's hard for me, Ghost. Yeah. Where is FAA? FAA is on a downturn. He is on a downturn. It's been cleared to me for a while. He's been on a downturn. Zverev is off the court, by the way. He's got a medical timeout. But yeah, listen, I'm still high on OJ Aliassime. I mean, my thoughts on OJ Aliassime. Is that he has a lot of ways to improve. I don't know. I think he's got to switch something up, like his coaching team. I think he's got some gaping weaknesses that are going to make it hard for him to win big tournaments, especially his consistency isn't as good, it seems, as some other players. He can have off days, and he doesn't seem sometimes to be able to figure it out on off days, although sometimes he can. He had a crazy comeback against Tommy Paul at Indian Wells. That was probably the best tennis I've seen from him all year this year, really. He ended last year playing crazy on the indoor, 16-match winning streak. But my thoughts on OJ Aliassime is I think he's going to still be a really tough player to play. I think he's a really great player in which his peak is really, really high. I personally think we saw his peak level against Medvedev last year at the Australian Open in a match which he didn't win, but he got a match point up against Medvedev. And he was up 2-0 on Daniil Medvedev. And he was playing absolutely unbelievable tennis, had full control of the court, very aggressive play. And I still am high on Felix. I mean, the first time I heard about Felix, I don't want to make too long thing about Felix, but the first time I heard about OJ Aliassime was at the Challenger circuit. I saw an article, 16-year-old is the youngest player to win a Challenger tournament. That's the first time I found out about OJ Aliassime. I was like, this kid plays crazy. I've been a fan of Felix since, so I kind of hope that he figures it out. But yeah, I hope that he figures it out. And I don't know. I reckon he will. Once he goes on a hot streak, he plays really well. He plays really well at his peak. I reckon he's gonna have a few good runs down the road. He's just kind of in one of those stretches, but all players get in these kinds of stretches. So, serve here from Zverev. We're in the third set. Both players are back on court. I reckon Felix will find it. I'm kind of more worried about his consistency, but I think he's gonna have a few good runs, especially on the indoors, where he played really well last year, and grass courts. I kind of have faith with him on grass court as well, faster courts. Double fault from Zverev. We're going to gauge Zverev. We're going to gauge Zverev's physical, if he's too tired, etc., etc. Zverev right back to the line. That's not a great sign. Zverev right back to the line at love 15. Serve, down the line. A complete miss-it from Alcaraz on the return. Hey, what's up? We got Lexi in. Sorry. Well, we do have Lexi in here. I read Lexi's name. We got David in here, Cross Court Tennis. We got David in here, one of the commentators for a channel. Hey, Anthony, gave myself 2 sets before I let myself sleep. I did call this earlier on stream. This is always a comfortable straight setter, in my opinion, despite that dead. I kind of thought Zverev was going to take one, but yeah, I mean, it makes sense when you think about it. In hindsight, it kind of makes a lot of sense. And Alcaraz just really kind of destroyed Zverev in Madrid. So it makes sense. It makes sense. Hope you guys got more sets. I appreciate that, David. We kind of hope for an epic. Maybe not Anthony because he needs sleep, to be fair. That's true. That's true too. I don't know what I'm hoping for. I'm gonna gauge it. I probably do need more sleep though. So it is getting late. It's almost 11 p.m. here in the States. Sleep, David. This is over. Yeah. David, get some sleep. You're good. 2 sets to love. I'll be honest. I'm not gonna pretend. I think Alcaraz has this one. So let's see. I don't know. I mean, Zverev could do something, but I think this is over. I think Alcaraz has this. Forehand cross court, backhand of Alcaraz, the backhand of Zverev, backhand of Alcaraz cross court into the backhand of Zverev down the middle, forehand of Alcaraz, the forehand. Zverev cross court, forehand of Alcaraz, cross court's out though, goes wide, 40-30. 40-30. Do you think Jimmy Mack is being squeezed out of commentating job? He got COVID. McEnroe got COVID earlier in the week. So that's why he's not commentating. But I don't know. I kind of hope not. I mean, he has his flaws as a commentator, but he's iconic. He's iconic. So I kind of hope not. I always preferred Patrick McEnroe as a commentator, but I like both of those guys. So I grew up on watching them. So, I mean, obviously, he has his flaws, but serve coming here from Zverev. Backhand way deep or way in on return position. Forehand from Carlos. The forehand is Zverev. He's got to go after his shots. He goes after it, but it goes long. McEnroe's my favorite shot. Yeah, low key, he's pretty high up there for me too. He's just entertaining. He's entertaining. There's something to be said about entertainment level too. Here's hoping Daniil has something figured out. Something with Gilles Servara, please. I don't want an easy straight setter in that semis. Yeah, David, goodness sake. Yeah, David, I don't want that either. Listen, Medvedev plays so good at the U.S. Open. I'm hoping that can take him over the line, but it's going to be tough. I mean, you said this is a comfortable straight setter. I mean, going into that match, it feels like it's Alcaraz's to lose. I hope it's not, but it feels that way. Deuce, Alcaraz back and return to the forehand. Zverev forehand of Alcaraz inside in. That goes long, or that goes wide. Advantage here. I think McEnroe's sick. Yeah, he is. McEnroe's badass, though. Yeah, McEnroe's badass. Johnny Mac is badass. He's going to say what he's thinking. That's a perfect word. McEnroe's badass. That's it. I like that. I don't care if the commentator knows every word. In fact, I just want to be good listening. Exactly. Entertainment is underrated. Not just tennis. Entertainment is underrated. I want to be entertained. I don't care if you're good. I want to be entertained. Entertain me. McEnroe is entertaining. Forehand, cross court, forehand of Alcaraz on the slice. That goes long. 1-0 here for Zverev. 1-0 here for the German. Anyway, good night, guys. Good night, David. I hope it's a good one. Wishing sets for all you guys. Only 11 p.m. You'll be fine, Anthony. Yeah, I appreciate that, David. I appreciate that. See you, David. Hope you call more streams soon, too, as well. We got 1-0 here for Zverev in the third set. 1-0 here for Zverev in the third set. What else we got here going on in the chat? Let's see what else we got here. Novak going to neutralize 149 miles per hour. That's what I'm saying. If Shelton just serves crazy, then if he gets the tiebreakers and he plays crazy, gets the crowd involved, stranger things have happened. Stranger things have happened. He's got some serious momentum on him. So that's he's pretty fearless, I got to say. So it's always dangerous. Getting Alcaraz at 17 was the move to beat him, Sean. It's a pretty good strategy. He played him twice at 17. Or at least once at 17, once right after Alcaraz turned 18. So Zverev beat him comfortably in straight sets both times. 15 love here for Alcaraz. Zverev looks tired. FA is breaking this Canadian's heart. That's where FA is. LOL. Yeah, that's it. I think so. I mean, listen, as many things as Felix needs to improve, he needs to improve on being more consistent just across the board and not having so many bad days where he hits a lot of unforced errors. He needs to improve the backhand where it doesn't break down so easily and hits a lot of errors. Needs to improve on the second serve. Needs to improve on return of serve, especially when it's not coming with a lot of pace. He works well when he's playing against big hitters, top players. He plays better in big matches against top players, big hitting guys where he has shots to work with. He doesn't do well off generating his own pace sometimes, especially on return of serve. But for all the weaknesses that he has, when he plays well, he does so well off both sides, hits a lot of winners, full control off all the court, just such a top tier level of play, so precise, has so many shots, all court game, obviously an incredible serve. So I reckon FA is still somebody to watch. Just on downturn, nearly an amazing forehand pass from Zverev, but goes out 30-15. For all the things that make me want to leave FA behind, I can't, because I think FA is too talented. I'm waiting for FA to pick it back up. I don't know if it's going to be on the indoors where he played so well this year. I'm kind of expecting Felix to really go down the rankings, maybe outside of top 20, top 30 in the world, because of the points he got on the indoors. And also just this year hasn't been very good for him in general. But I think he'll be back. So I think he'll be back. I don't lose faith easy. Serve, kick serve, backhand Zverev to the backhand of Carlos, forehand Zverev to the backhand slice of Carlos. It goes wide, 30-all, maybe half a chance for Zverev here. Before you know it, half a chance for Zverev in this third set. Half a chance for Zverev in this third set. My Maple Leaf heart is crumpled, Ashley. Yeah. It's crazy. It's crazy. Let's hope that FA comes back, because I'm an FA fan too. This is a piece of cake for Carlos in the two sets. Yeah, Carlos. First set was complicated at times, but Yeah, second set was so easy, and Carlos just found a way to really run away with it at the end of the first set, too. Pretty easy so far from Carlos, but it's 30-all here. Forehand cross court. It's a break point for Zverev before you know it. Before you know it. I was going to say stranger things have happened, but not that much stranger. But still, I'm sure something stranger has happened. Zverev is tough, though. Zverev is tough. He can have great comebacks. 30-40. 0-1, 30-40. Break point here for Zverev to make something happen. He'll get the crowd really involved. Break point here at 1-0. Break point here at 1-0. We're calling the Alcaraz versus Zverev. Hope you guys are enjoying it. Don't forget to like the stream if you're enjoying it as well. I'm enjoying the call. Kick serve. That is an incredible serve. Nearly a backhand pass. That serve could not have been more perfect. Kick serve right on the side of the doubles alley. Kicking away from him. Alcaraz can have some incredible kick serves. I remember one time Alcaraz hit this incredible kick serve against Batista Agut in Indian Wells, which landed in the box. And then it jumped into the stands. It was like, it's impossible. He hits perfect angles off his kick serves. Alcaraz's serve is better than ever in 2023. It doesn't even look like the same serve it was last year. That's why he's 53-6 on the season. Deuce. Serve out wide, forehand is Zverev. Down the middle, backhand to the forehand is Zverev. Cross court, forehand chip into the forehand is Zverev. Comes to net, but it's easy for Carlo. Oh, back it. Ooh, Zverev nearly got it, but it's in the net. Zverev just a little bit tired, though. You can feel the tiredness from Zverev. If Zverev wasn't this tired, if Zverev didn't play 5 sets in 5 hours against Sinner, Zverev maybe would have put up more of a fight. Watch out for Zverev in the tournaments coming up. Zverev will be top 10 in the world come Monday. So Zverev's got something to be proud of in this tournament no matter what. No shame in Zverev, by the way, if he loses this. Zverev fans don't have something to be excited about in this match, but they have something to be excited about in his career because he's finding a good place again. Alcaraz here at the break point, though. Serve out wide is let. Serve out wide is a let. We got a good question here in the chat as well from Lexi. Dios mio, Z win a set at least. We'll see if he can. Alcaraz serve. Out wide, backhand to the forehand of Carlos. Inside out, backhand Zverev. Forehand Carlos. Drop volley. It's too good. Zverev could have gone there. He didn't even run for it. Zverev could have at least tried for it, but he didn't even run for it. Zverev is exhausted. 1-1. Zverev is exhausted. All right, good question. Best match of the tournament so far for you, and I can't read. Best match so far for you in the tournament, Anthony. Okay, it's a good question. Best match so far in the tournament. I'm clearly forgetting a lot of matches. I'll do one on men's side. I'll do one on women's side. I'll tell you my favorites so far. I'm forgetting everything. You asked me that question, Lexi, and then I literally forgot every match of this whole tournament. I forgot every match of the whole tournament. I blanked. Let me look at matches. Dimitrov Molchan in the first round was really fantastic. Dimitrov saved 3 match points. That was a fantastic first round match. I'm looking at matches deeper in the tournament as well. Other matches deeper in the tournament. Let me see. Stricker beating Tsitsipas was a very cool win to see for Stricker. What else? Michael Moe versus Isner. Last match of Isner's career, probably. Or last match of his career. Sad one, but what else? Zverev Dimitrov, high level first couple of sets. I don't know. There's not really been a standout match. Jero versus Djokovic, yeah. Tiafoe versus Shelton. I'm going to be honest. My match, I'm commentating. My match of the tournament so far, first round, Molchan versus Dimitrov. I love that match. I'm a huge Alex Molchan fan, though. He's from the lower tiers, but Alex Molchan, he's a shot maker. So, I don't know. Kind of a weird pick. Better pick probably Stricker, Tsitsipas, Tiafoe versus Shelton. Maybe Jero versus Djokovic, but I don't know. None really stand out. Rublev, Zverev versus Sinner. I just commentated that a few days ago. Zverev versus Sinner. Okay, I'll do a tie. Zverev, Sinner, and also Molchan, Dimitrov. Those are my 2 on the men's. Sinner versus Zverev was a full-on battle of attrition. Wasn't high level the whole way through. Both guys were struggling, but that's a good one. Serve, kick serve, backhand, Alcaraz, forehand is Zverev. We're lacking a standout match, though. That's a good shot from Zverev on the cross court. That's what he's going to do if he wants to come back here. 30 love. Solid cross court forehand put away from the German. What else do we got here? What else do we have? On the women's side, I feel like there's been a lot more better matches, but I'm forgetting a lot of them. Jabeur beating Noskova was a really good match. Jabeur versus Boskova was really good as well. Wozniacki Kvitova was fantastic. What else? That was really fun. Wozniacki played unbelievable. Top 10 level already in that match. Svitolina coming back versus Pavlyuchenkova. I watched parts of that. That was good. Women's side has had a lot more great matches than the men's side, to be honest. What else? Ostapenko beating Swiatek was crazy. All the semifinals on the women's side were one-sided. All right, 2-1 here for Zverev. But on the men's side, Molchan Dimitrov. On the women's side, I'm giving it to Wozniacki Kvitova. That was my favorite, even though it was straight sets. Those were my favorite matches of the tournament. I love Faison's previews. They're my fave. I watch every single one. Yeah, I love Faison. He's super, super genuine guy. I mean, he loves tennis. Like I said, he bleeds tennis. Very fun guy. Very passionate. Very motivated. Very driven. And I really respect anybody who's super driven, super down to earth, and really just goes after everything, puts effort into everything they do. I have a lot of respect for Faison and what he does. And he's a very great guy. Very, very, very great guy. This piece of cake for Carlos 2 sets. Yep. Faison, ever the coolest. He's so restrained that he rarely flares up. Very nice guy. Very nice guy. What else we got in here? 5 in the morning. Might as well stay up for a short hour more, Zerafine. I appreciate you joining in for the stream, watching the match with us. I mean, I want it to be competitive. Hope Benny can win a match with Nole. Ain't nobody wants another boring match. Yeah, we need more excitement on the men's side. We need more exciting matches on the men's side. I hope for that. If we get Shelton Djokovic and Medvedev Carlos, those are matches that like 1 out of 10 times would be unbelievably good and very exciting matches. And I hope we get the 1 out of 10 rather than the 9 out of 10, because probably Djokovic will beat Shelton in straight sets, and probably Alcaraz will prove once again that he's too tough for Medvedev in their head-to-head. But I hope that it's the 1 out of 10 where both of those turn out to be very exciting, good matches. I hope for that. I hope for that a lot, really. Because this US Open, and especially on the men's side, we need something more exciting. It's Anthony here for Quality Shot Tennis. Anthony Hirsch. If you want to subscribe to my YouTube channel, Tennis Commentary Booth with Anthony Hirsch. Tennis Commentary Booth with Anthony Hirsch. I hope to put out more content. I've been slacking a bit. Been busy. I have some personal stuff going on. Been busy on my end, but I'll try to put out more stuff on there. And don't forget to subscribe. Quality Shot Tennis. Forehand goes out from Zverev. 15 love for Alcaraz on his serve. 15 love for Alcaraz on his serve. Yeah, actually, too many one-side matches. That's it. The U.S. Open is my fave slam, but this year has been Bush League with the exception of Sinner and Sasha. Yeah. I mean, I know people don't really care about first-round matches, but I'm a sucker for Molchan and Dimitrov. That match was really good. But most people didn't watch it. I watched almost the entirety of that match. That was amazing level from both guys. But yeah, in general, there haven't been a lot of great matches. US Open is a bit random when it comes to who wins. Yeah, it is. That's why I didn't expect Alcaraz versus Djokovic. How crazy would it be? 2015, Federer, Djokovic. They play in the final of Wimbledon. Djokovic wins. They play in the final of Cincinnati. Federer wins. They play in the final of US Open. Djokovic wins. This year, the Alcaraz, who reminds me a lot of Federer with his aggressive play, super touch shots, very creative shots, stepping inside the court, reminds me a lot of Federer. Alcaraz plays Federer in Wimbledon final. Alcaraz wins. Alcaraz plays Federer. Alcaraz plays Djokovic, Wimbledon final. Alcaraz plays Djokovic, Cincinnati final. US Open. It could be like, that's like crazy. Djokovic still there at the top of the game 8 years later against the young guy, against the young shot maker. 15-30. Another chance here for Zverev. I like Zverev not going away. Zverev has been a top player for a reason. Number 2 in the world, former number 2. He probably would have been number 1 in the world if he didn't get injured at the French Open. 15-30 here at 1-2. Serve from Carlos. Down the line. Forehand Zverev. Forehand of Carlos. Cross court. It's the pass from Zverev. It's too good. 15-40. Zverev's leveling up. 15-40. Zverev is leveling up. 15-40. All right. Hour and 52 minutes in. Hour and 52 minutes into the match. 1-2. Daniil Medvedev waiting on the other side. Daniil Medvedev waiting on the other side. Shelton and Djokovic already waiting in the semifinals. This is the last quarterfinal match to play. Medvedev, Shelton, and Djokovic have booked their spots. Zverev saying to Alcaraz, not yet. 15-40. Kick serve. Forehand Zverev. Forehand of Alcaraz. Cross court. Forehand Zverev. I feel like Zverev is going to break. I kind of have the feeling. Forehand cross court. Drop shots. Zverev's going to be there, though. No, he's not. It's too good. It's too good, as Alcaraz drop shots tend to be. 30-40. It's 30-40. US Open is my least fave. Feel it's the easiest slam. I mean, yeah, that's fine. That's fine. And the only consolation of this one, we get to see new champ once in a while. Yeah, it can be unpredictable, though. It's chaos. I feel like US Open brings a lot of really great rallies, though. I mean, it's fast, but it's not as fast as Wimbledon. You get a lot of really crazy rallies. I feel like, and the crowd gets super into them. That's what I love about the US Open. A lot of fun rallies. A lot of fun, fast rallies between the two. Crowd going nuts. The U.S. Open crowd's crazy, but I mean, that's fine. I mean, like, everybody's bound to their own opinion. It's all good. I agree. Good, but not up to par. I agree. It's not been quite up to par yet so far. U.S. Open is a bit random when it wins. Ha ha ha. The Americans will cook me. I'm not doing anything. I'm not cooking you. I'm not cooking you. It's all good. You're good. Everybody's bound to their own opinions, though, for real. I mean, if you don't like U.S. Open as much, that's all good. It's all good. It used to be my least favorite. It probably still is. I mean, I'll be honest. Wimbledon, I love clay. I love grass. Wimbledon and French Open are forever my two favorites. Australian Open, I love Australia. It's between Australia and New York. I don't know which one I like more. Australia always brings classic matches, but I do appreciate U.S. Open way more than I used to, and the U.S. Open crowd as well. Appreciate a lot. Trying to catch up to some of the chats here. Sorry if I'm not seeing your comments in the chat. Trying to catch up here. RG is my first, and then AO, Wimby, and US Open. Yeah, RG is amazing. I love clay. It's my favorite surface. Grass is my favorite. We need more grass courts. We need more grass courts. We need more grass courts. Yeah, it's a tough surface. It's weird. It's so unique. It's different from everything else. Players suck on it. Yeah, but it's so fun to watch, and it creates finals like Alcaraz Djokovic. We need more grass. Grass is my favorite. Wimbledon's forever my favorite. Squash shot, backhand slice of Alcaraz. Alcaraz save and break points here. Backhand from Carlos, the backhand of Zverev. Inside out, forehand of Carlos. The forehand Zverev goes out. Alcaraz escapes. What does Djokovic always do? He points at his head. When I saw the Cincinnati final between Alcaraz and Djokovic, my first thought coming out of it, my first thought right after I finished watching that match, you know what we just saw? The best mentality of the last 20 years, the best fighter's mentality of coming back, crazy comebacks in Djokovic against the best crazy fighting back mentality of the next 20 years in Alcaraz. Alcaraz has a crazy fight back mentality. I like the unpredictability in the U.S. Open. Yeah, Alexi ruffled with Americans' feathers. I defended the U.S. Open, but I think it's fine. I totally get it. It used to be my least favorite slam as well as an American. I prefer clay tennis when I think about the AO is actually my favorite slam. AO is so fun. Perfect to start the year off. I love the Australian courts. Used to be played on grass. I prefer clay tennis. Yeah. That's my consolation. We don't know who will win. U.S. Open, always unpredictable. I like U.S. Open the best because I can attend LOL. That's perfectly fair. I want to attend more slams, more big tournaments. I love tennis, man. I just love it. Forehand, inside. I love playing it. I have since I was a kid. There's something about it that just really, really just gets right into what I have. I had some personal stuff push me away from tennis, but dude, I'm so happy I got back into it. I got to commentate. It's a good time. It's a good time. I really enjoy the sport. I just realized Anthony sounds a lot like that Secure Team YouTube channel about aliens. Robert, I have no idea what you're on about. Backhand volley. That goes out. I wish I did. I'm a big guy on YouTube. I've been on YouTube my whole life. I grew up on YouTube. I don't know what you're talking about, to be honest, Robert. Got to inform me in the chat. Why no tournaments in California? Indian Wells. Indian Wells is one of the biggest tournaments. That's in Cali. You got Indian Wells. Cali's got Indian Wells. BNP Paribas. I like first round matches. You see everyone before they lose and go home. First round tickets are underrated. 30-15 here at 2-2. Serve out wide. Forehand of Carlos. Forehand is Zverev. Forehand of Carlos on the run. Carlos going to hit some crazy shot. Backhand passing shot. Backhand volley. Alcaraz still going to get no way on the slide lob. No way that's going in. That's going out. It goes long. Alcaraz is frustrated, but Alcaraz's expectations of himself are crazy. That is not a shot that you should even be possible to make. So 40-15. Yeah, true. Peaches, who all did you see this year? Peaches has been out and about. Peaches has been seeing a lot of players. Peaches met Ostapenko. Saw Sabalenko, Ostapenko, Coco, JPEG. The list goes on. That's crazy. Team, that's awesome. Eubanks, 3-2. Anybody who doesn't know, I got to see Christopher Eubanks play live back in the day in college tennis. So to see him having success he does now is crazy. Anthony, back in the day, the men's semis were Saturday and final was Sunday. Brutal. I'm so happy that changed. I know that too, Robert. That's crazy. I'm happy that changed now. You got to have that rest before the final. My thing is, if you're in the major final, you already kind of like won. Major final is the pinnacle of the sport to me. If you're in the major final, if you're playing the major final, that's the pinnacle of the sport. Major finals are my favorite thing in tennis. That big matches like major finals. I'd love to commentate a men's final in a major. That's awesome. Peaches, so happy for you. What a week. That's crazy. So many players that you named there. Team caught my eye. I'd love to see Dominic Team play live. That's cool, Anthony. Glad you're back and enjoying tennis. Yeah. Yeah, don't let personal stuff get in the way of stuff that you care about. It might take time, but don't let personal stuff, whatever it is, don't try not to let it get away. If you care about something, hold on to that because life is tough. Stuff happens. If you care about something, hold on to it with all you got. Your commentary, best on YouTube, lots of fact and fun. Thanks from Canada. That means so much to me. That's probably the biggest compliment I've gotten in F1. I appreciate that a lot. Thank you for joining in. I appreciate it a lot. Yeah, and I love tennis, man. I like F1 too. By the way. So I like F1 too. Drive to Survive got me into F1. I was a little bit into it, but it really kept me in a little bit more. So yeah. Anyway, I appreciate the compliment a lot. I really do. Appreciate everybody being in here. Anthony here for Quality Shot Tennis. We're at 2-3. Don't forget to like the stream if you're enjoying it. Don't forget to subscribe as well. We'll be here for more streams. I'll be here for more streams and more stuff. Alcaraz trying to meet Daniil Medvedev in the semifinals. He's serving at 2-3. Hope you guys are enjoying it. Serve coming from Carlitos into the forehand of Zverev. Backhand Carlos, way up high over his shoulder. Backhand pass. What a volley from Carlos. The point is over. Carlos doesn't care if the point is over. That looked like Zverev hit an amazing passing shot, which he did. Alcaraz is the only player on this planet that would have made that shot. That is the best shot of the match so far. I would have said that Zverev's is the best shot of the match so far. That was one of them. Jeez. His athleticism to get there looked almost impossible. The replay was one of the craziest things. I don't know what he did. I can't even explain it. Best athlete on the planet. One of the best athletes on the planet. Probably the best. I can't believe this guy. Forehand. I'm like in awe of this guy. That's a good forehand down line. Zverev's picked up though, so watch out for Zverev. The level might be the highest of the match at the moment because Alcaraz is on the high level that he's been since the start of the second set. How Alcaraz did that, I just can't even believe it. Anthony, are you a Falcons or Hawks fan? I like the Hawks. In basketball, I root for Lakers. I mean, it's kind of cliche, whatever. Everybody likes the Lakers, but I'm a Lakers fan. How does he do that? Like, that's so hard to do. It looked nearly impossible. That's it. That's all you can say to that. 15-all. That shot from Alcaraz blew my mind. The athleticism he can do. It's like when you're watching tennis is like ping pong. It's like it happens so fast, shot after shot. It's like ping pong, but way more physical. But it's like it happens so fast, but the athleticism he can do in like half a second is unbelievable. It's unbelievable. It's just an amazing human being that there's even a person like Alcaraz. I like to hear Robert Koenig's commentary on that Carlos shot. Yeah. Robbie Koenig is the GOAT. He's the best commentator of them all. He's the best of them all. 315. We got to get him on QST. We got to get him on QualityShot. That's the dream. 315 here at 2-3. 315. That shot was unbelievable from Carlos. Shank from Carlos, forehand. Oh, is it going in though? No, back in his side, nearly. 30-all. 30-all here. Wow, talking about our favorite sports now. Like I said, I mean, it's a sports channel. It's a sports channel. It's free reign. It's a sports channel. 30-all. Me, tennis, European football, and X Games. That's cool. That's cool. Yeah, basketball, tennis for me. I love paddle. Paddle is so fun. Gotta talk about paddle when you're talking about favorite sports, 40-30. Paddle is just chaos. Have you seen paddle where people run outside of the court to hit a shot? Literally every other point, a guy is running outside of the court to hit a shot. They hit shots against the walls. That takes incredible skill and athleticism, physical ability. I love paddle. Paddle is so good. It's underrated. It's underrated. As a racket sport, I don't really like squash so much. Not so much pickleball either, but paddle is fire. Paddle is so good. Paddle is fire. It's fire. It's so good. Also, soccer, especially when the World Cup is on, I really get invested in soccer. Volleyball is great as well. We're at 3-3 here in the third set. Actually, that's a good question. Screw it. Let me know. What are your favorite sports? Let me know in the chat. Favorite sports. Favorite sports. You can add tennis. Let me know. Favorite sports in the chat. Let me know your favorite sports in the chat. We're going at 3-3. 3-3 here in the third set. Zverev's picked up his level, though, from the end of the second set. That MTO seemed to help. 15 love. 15 love. Let me know. Favorite sports in the chat. Serve down the line. Forehand of Carlos. The forehand of Zverev. Backhand Carlos. The backhand of Zverev. Forehand of Spaniard into the forehand of the German. Forehand of the Spaniard into the forehand of the German. Forehand of Carlos. Zverev's running. Forehand pass. What a shot from Carlos. No words when you're watching Carlos. I mean, as somebody who plays tennis, it's kind of like when I watch a guy like Federer, a guy like Djokovic, or like Nadal, but like Djokovic. When I watch Djokovic play, I get mind blown all the time just because of how crazy it is for me to imagine hitting the shots that Djokovic hits. It looks almost perfect. It looks like Djokovic plays perfectly. Alcaraz is like Djokovic, but if like you threw like the craziest shot making ever into the mix. Like Alcaraz is so effective on every shot, just has full control. It's just crazy. He's like the perfect tennis player. It's crazy the shots that Alcaraz can hit. It's like perfect tennis player, but even more than that, because he hits shots. He plays tennis in a way that you can't even imagine. He hits shots that you can't even comprehend. I don't know. Maybe I'm overhyping. Maybe I'm whatever. Alcaraz is crazy, man. 30-15 for Zverev here at 3-3. Because that's somebody who plays. That's when I'm commentating matches, I think about how I play tennis, and it's amazing to me to watch these guys play. Serve, forehand of Carlos, just too good on the returns. And that's been a strategy for Alcaraz, just stepping into the court, being aggressive. Listen, Zverev's strategy had to be aggressive. Alcaraz, so the strategy for Alcaraz is to stop that, is to be aggressive himself. That's the strategy. All right, let's see what we got in here. Couch surfing is nice too. Couch surfing is the best sport of them all. I agree. Very little effort needed. Little effort, a lot of reward. 30 all here. Serve out wide, backhand, forehand from Carlos goes long. Tennis, European football, and X Games. I'm a Celtics fan, so you know how I feel about the Lakers. Oh, that's fair. That's fair, Robert. That's fair, Robert. We'll be on opposite sides for sure in another one of those games. You say you watch basketball, tennis, and couch surfing. Tennis and couch surfing. That's a good one. It's a good one. Basketball too. I'm a big basketball. Basketball is my number 2 behind tennis. So I would think maybe. I mean, paddle really is high up. I like paddle a lot. Forehand down the line, backhand way up high, lob. Zverev backs up, and he hits a smash into the opposite corner. It's 4-3. It's 4-3 for Zverev. Zverev's picked up his level. That's all I'm going to say. Zverev's picked up his level. I swim a lot, but I don't watch swimming competitions. That's fair. Yeah, some sports that I play, I don't watch, and some sports that I watch, I don't play as much. So paddle being one of those. Basketball, I play occasionally, but I'm not very good. I'm pretty good at soccer, but I don't play enough. Tennis and basketball, a sport that I like to play, but like I just can't find anywhere to watch. Frisbee golf, where you throw frisbees and try to get. It's actually really fun to play like with friends and whatever. That's fun. I like that kind of thing. I think I'm pretty good at it too. I do watch football when Norway, Iceland, or Brazil plays. Yeah, soccer, I need to be invested. But if I'm invested, I get more hype than tennis. So if I'm invested in the soccer game, I get more hype than tennis. Board games and gaming, crazy Lexi. Rafa and Novak, I can do a lot of stuff while they're playing and not get worried. Yeah, sometimes I use tennis as background. That's cool. Board games and gaming. Perfect. Who we got in here? Lexi, Zerafine, Robert. We got a lot of the OGs. We got Ashley. We got F1. We got Peaches. What else we got in here? We got Max N in here. We got Sean in here. We got David in here lurking. Appreciate everybody joining in. Anthony Hirsch here for Quality Shot Tennis. Hope you guys are enjoying it. 4-3. 4-3 here. Z is up now. Come on, win the set for the love of the game. Let's see what Zverev can do. He's really picked up his level. He's picked up the energy too. So that's a good sign for Zverev. Alcaraz hasn't played pitch perfect. He hasn't served pitch perfect. So it could be a chance. It could be a chance for Zverev. In fact, I want to look at serve stats. I want to look at serve stats for the match for Alcaraz because he is serving better, but match stats, serving stats for Alcaraz real quick before we get into it. Well, he's done really well in winning the service points, but he's made 58% of first serves. He's had to save 5 break points, so there's been chances. There's been chances for Zverev, 3-4. And 59% of second serve points. He's had to play a lot of second serve points. Back in lob, way up high, retrieved. It goes long, though. 15 love for Carlos. 15 love for Carlos. Sarah, I take that you play chess too, right? That's the first one I learned as a kid. Chess. I'm a big chess guy. I used to be a big chess guy. First job that I had, I taught chess to kids. Fun fact about me. First job I had, I was a chess teacher. I'm weird. Not out of McDonald's, not out of Kroger. I taught chess to kids. I love chess. Chess is super interesting. I mean, chess and tennis really remind me of each other. There's a lot of players who play chess who play tennis. 15 love. Forehand into the forehand drop shot of Carlos. It's too good. Carlos got to use the drop shot more because Zverev is not running. Zverev's not running. 30 love. Yeah, chess is goated. Chess is the best. Chess is goated. Of all the sports I played, surprisingly, baseball was the most fun, but I hardly ever watch it. I actually love watching baseball, but I don't. I like watching baseball in person. On TV, it doesn't really interest me, but I like being at a baseball game. That really excites me. Of the sports to watch in person, that's one of my favorites. Basketball is so fun to watch in person. We know that. Drop shot, backhand, Zverev runs, easy put away down the line. 30-15. Around the chat, you're watching FIBA. Watching a lot of FIBA. I'm a basketball fanatic. Yeah, I like basketball too. OMG, Anthony, let's do Twitch together. Chess on Twitch? I mean, maybe. Lexi, hit me up. Maybe. Let me know. Let me know. Could be fun. Forehand inside out. Forehand Zverev to the backhand of Alcaraz. Forehand Zverev cross court to the forehand of Alcaraz. Forehand Zverev down the middle. Backhand's attacked. It's in the net. I would watch out here because Zverev's really picked up his level. It's a backhand into the net. 30-all. 2 hours and 11 minutes in. Like I said, last time that these guys played out of majors, Zverev won in 4 sets. French Open, really underrated match. Really underrated match. 4th set, got really fun tiebreaker. I said that it would be Alcaraz in 4 sets. And I don't know. I kind of feel like Zverev's picked up his level more in this 3rd set than I expected. So I'm curious to see how this 3rd set plays out. Serve down the line into the backhand Zverev. He's very comfortable hitting that backhand too. Forehand of Alcaraz. Forehand. Zverev, that's a tight shot that he needs to make. It's a tight shot. It's a shot every now and again that he just misses, and it's not. Yeah. Karpov versus Kasparov were the GOATs in the day. Yeah, fun. But Magnus Carlsen's the GOAT. Carlsen is crazy. Carlsen's end game, like his end game is crazy. To me, that is one sport where like the GOAT to me is just, for me, it's all the way Carlsen. And I'd say that as somebody who really respects the GOATs back in the day. Kasparov has crazy longevity, very smart. Bobby Fischer as well. I mean, other Karpov as well. You can name guys, but Magnus Carlsen is ridiculous. He plays chess at such a high level. Obviously, it's easier now with robots being smarter than humans at chess and stuff and learning from them. But yeah, Carlsen's the GOAT. He's better than Kasparov. trying to piss off some chess fans. Deuce here at 3-4. Serve out wide, serve and volley, forehand volley. Zverev backhand down the line. Alcaraz there with a forehand volley again. Zverev seeing the backhand passing shots. Alcaraz is right there for him. It's advantage here for Carlos. Lexi, hit me up. Fencing is fun to watch and interesting. Fencing is crazy. Fencing is weird. I don't know how to feel about fencing. One of my earliest memories is fencing, but I don't know. Not doing it, that would be weird, but watching fencing. It's fun to watch. I don't know if I'd play it, but maybe one day. Why not? Nothing to lose to try it. Advantage here for Alcaraz. Back to the tennis. Here, advantage for Carlos. Serve out wide, kick. Backhand Zverev. It goes long. 4-4. 4-4 here. By the way, we are 4 likes away from the like goal. It'd be really cool if we could get to 40 likes by the end of the stream. Really cool if we could get to 40 likes. Hope you guys are enjoying it. Don't forget to subscribe as well. Quality Shot Tennis, all that stuff. I have the whole thing ingrained in my head. Got to do the YouTube thing, but we're trying to grow out the channel. Quality Shot Tennis. We're here a lot. There's a lot of effort put into the channel. There's a lot of stuff coming ahead as well. So make sure to sub to the channel. 4-4 here is Zverev to serve. 4-4 here is Zverev to serve. I used to play volleyball when I was younger. We were quite good too, as my girls' team often trained with the men's team. That's the best way to do it. I always think listen, my strategy going into any sport is just getting my ass beat just like a lot of times by people better than me. And that way you get to improve. So that's a good way of doing it. It sucks, but it's rewarding. Because then you feel super good when you're at playing players on your level. So that's a good way of doing it. Volleyball's fun. Volleyball is a top favorite for me to watch and to play. I like that too. 4-4 serve from Zverev. That goes long. Love 15. Love 15. All right, I got a question in the chat. If Alcaraz wins this match, Alcaraz has beats Medvedev 6-3, 6-3, 6-3 at Wimbledon. He beat Medvedev 6-3, 6-2 at Indian Wells. If it is Alcaraz Medvedev in the semifinals, is Medvedev winning a set? And if you think Medvedev is going to win even 2 sets, 3 sets, and wins the match, let me know as well. But is Medvedev winning a set if it is Alcaraz Medvedev in the semifinals? Let me know in the chat. Let me know what you guys think. I'm actually really curious. So let me know what you guys think. If you have a good answer or not, I'm curious what you guys think. Is Medvedev going to win a set? Best guess. It's hard to say. That's a really hard question. Best guess. 4-4, 15 all here. It's nice that table tennis does get backlash from tennis. I forgot ping pong. Ping pong is my second favorite sport to play. It's actually not even close. Ping pong is my second favorite sport to play, not to watch. I don't really like watching ping pong, but to play, I love playing ping pong. It's so fun. Not against like the best of the best, although that's fun too, but ping pong's so fun. All right, serve here from Zverev. Down the line, that goes out. Or no, that's right on the baseline. That was going out. Backhand, inside out into the forehand. Zverev backhand, inside out into the forehand. Zverev buggy whip, picked up. Forehand from Carlos, big. Forehand, Zverev, the crowd oohing, awing. Forehand inside out, too good from Carlos. Crazy level from Carlitos. I just ask, is Medvedev winning a set against Carlos? It's going to be tough. Carlos is playing high level, aggressive tennis, and it's 30-15. And it is 30-15. It is 30-15. Is Medvedev winning a set against Alcaraz? Let me know in the chat. 15-30. Alcaraz is 6 points away from taking this. Alcaraz is 6 points away from taking this. Serve down the line. Forehand return. Forehand of Zverev into the backhand of Alcaraz comes in. That's in the net. 15-40. Alcaraz with 2 break points. Alcaraz with 2 break points. 15-40 here with 2 break points. Juan Carlos Ferrero just pointing to his head. I don't know what that means, but that's something. 15-40. Alcaraz with the 2 break points. Serve out wide. Forehand of Alcaraz is huge down the line. Zverev gets it. Forehand, fake drop shot, because of course, Alcaraz can do anything out here. It's a high level. Alcaraz 1 game away from the semifinals. Alcaraz 1 game away from Medvedev. Guess what? Who won the 2021 U.S. Open? That was a while ago, right? Who won the 2021 U.S. Open? Daniil Medvedev won the 2021 U.S. Open. Who won the 2022 U.S. Open? Guy by the name of Carlos Alcaraz. The last 2 champions of the last 2 years might face off in the semifinals. And they both always pick it up. As good as they play year-round, or at least on hard courts for Medvedev, but he's whatever. They pick it up in New York. And that's the crowd's going to get into it. I hope that one's competitive. I hope. The chances are, it seems like it's a bad matchup, but I don't know. We'll see. Carlos didn't start off this match at his best. He's really picked it up back now, but he didn't start off at his best. Alcaraz will go 5 sets. Wow. I have a good feeling about Medi, Robert. I got a gut feeling like Medi is good. That's going to be the best match in that rivalry we've seen so far. So maybe Medi will win a set. Okay, Peaches. I'm in the same boat. I think Medvedev wins a set. I'm not saying anything past that, but I think I think Medvedev wins a set, and I hope that it's a competitive match. I hope for that. Medi Alcaraz will go 5th. That's crazy, Lexi. I like it, though. 2 people saying Medi Alcaraz goes 5 sets. If it is, then that would be awesome. Has Medi added anything new to his game? Has Medvedev added anything new to his game? He's I don't know. He needs to switch up his deep return position, because clearly that doesn't work against Alcaraz, who's such a good serve and volleyer. So he needs to switch that up, but we'll see. At least Zverev will get at least 1 set. It looks like Zverev's not making it to the semis, but we'll see. Alcaraz versus Medi is looking like the semifinal. It's 3 points away here. It is 3 points away here. I noticed Carlos having time uses forehand rather than backhand. Carlos loves that's for most players. Most players will opt to the forehand if they can, but Zverev is the rare exception. Zverev, I've seen already a few times this match. He has one of the best backhands in the world, one of the strongest 2-handers from a lot of different positions. So Zverev has a great two-handed backhand, and he sometimes runs around the forehand into backhand. Alcaraz wiping out a whole generation. Federer, 2004, 2008. It's kind of like that. It's kind of like that. Backhand Zverev into the backhand drop shot. Zverev runs, forehand, backhand Carlos. That's a passing shot. Alcaraz, he just holds on to the ball. It's literally like he catches the ball in his racket. He catches the ball in his racket and he just says, nope. Why does he do that, by the way? You're saying, okay, well, obviously that takes skill. Why does he do that? Well, he does that because he doesn't want his opponent to know where he's going next. The opponent can guess. He waits to see where the opponent goes, and then he goes into the opposite corner. It's brilliant. If you have the skill to do it, then do it. That's why it's a chess match. Tennis is chess. Tennis is chess, but with some weird distractions on the way. Tennis is basically chess. I don't want to underestimate Medvedev won US Open before I was beating Novak. A tired Novak coming from an Olympic heartbreak. Exactly. People underestimate Medvedev, do it at their own peril. But I wouldn't blame anybody for saying that's 3 sets. Not one bit, honestly. Not one bit. Call me crazy. I just have a feeling Med is due to beat Alcaraz. Robert, I love it, though. I like the guts. I like the guts on that. 30-15. I love the guts on that. Novak was truly heartbroken. Lots of tears. Yeah, that Olympic match destroyed Novak. Novak is coming for that Olympics next year, especially if Rafa plays at Roland Garros. Olympics next year could be one of the best tennis tournaments ever. Ever. Alcaraz in the mix. Djokovic, final chance to get an Olympics, maybe. Probably. Nadal, you would think. Nadal could be in the mix. Backhand pass, Alcaraz serves and volleys. This is the problem for Medvedev, especially if he stands way deep on return. Medvedev has to find a way to stand closer in on return against Alcaraz. 40-15 for Alcaraz. I hope you guys enjoyed the stream. It was a lot of fun for me. We got a match point here for Carlos. We're trying to get to 40 likes by the end of the stream. We're 2 likes away. See if we can get there. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I appreciate every one of you who joins in to watch. It is Alcaraz, 6-3, 6-2, 5-4, 40-15. Serve out wide. Forehand is Zverev. It goes long. Alcaraz with a huge vamos to his camp. Alcaraz Medvedev is the semifinal. 2 previous U.S. Open champions. We'll see if Medvedev can do better. Zverev had a solid run. He took out Jannik Sinner. He took out Dimitrov, who's playing crazy too. Zverev with a solid run. He's in the best form. He's top 10. Back to top 10. But it's Carlos Alcaraz who gets to the semifinals, got his hands up. But he knows that Djokovic is waiting in the other semifinal as well. Ben Shelton, Daniil Medvedev. Those are the 2 guys in the way of a Carlos Alcaraz Novak Djokovic rematch. Hope you guys enjoyed the call. I'll be here for more streams. Anthony Hirsch here on the call for Quality Shot Tennis. I appreciate everybody joining in. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Don't forget to like the stream if you enjoyed it. And don't forget to come back for more. Don't forget to come back for more. There's a join button as well for if you want to become a member. It's Anthony Hirsch here on the call. Anthony Hirsch here on the call. Don't forget to sub Quality Shot Tennis. Hope you guys have a good night. My YouTube channel, Tennis Commentary Booth with Anthony Hirsch. Tennis Commentary Booth with Anthony Hirsch. I'm Commentary Booth on Twitter, not on X. I'm Commentary Booth on Twitter. And I'm Tennis Commentary Booth on Instagram. So that's where you can find me. Tennis Commentary Booth with Anthony Hirsch. It was Alcaraz winning in straight sets. I got to wake up early tomorrow. It's almost midnight in the States here. Appreciate everybody joining in. We got some nice words here in the chat. We'll see, Robert. You may be right. I hope we're in the chat together for that. Yeah, I'll try to call for that. I gotta call for that. Medvedev Alcaraz. I'll call for that. Absolutely. Thanks, Anthony. Appreciate your work. Hope you're calling the semis. I'll call the Alcaraz Medvedev semifinal. I got to be there for that one. Hope you guys join in for the Alcaraz Medvedev semifinal. I will be calling that when that happens. Thanks you, Anthony. Thank you, Anthony. See you, folks. Yeah, thanks, Peaches. Okay, it's my honest take. I'll be happy for whoever wins U.S. Open, be it Novak, Shelton, Alcaraz. That's the best way to be, though. Just sit back and enjoy. Thank you, Anthony. Thanks, Zeraphine. Thank you, Anthony. Lexi. Thank you, Anthony. Yeah, I appreciate everybody with all the nice words here in the chat. I appreciate everybody joining in for Alcaraz taking out Zverev. It was a fun stream for me to do, too. Always talking with the chat. It's fun for me to do. So I appreciate everybody joining in here. Appreciate everybody joining in. Thank you, Anthony, all the wonderful and beautiful people in the chat. We got a lot of beautiful folks in here. Thank you, Anthony. Have a good night, everyone. Good night to everybody. Good night, everyone. Good night, everybody. It's almost midnight here. I got to go to sleep. I'm out of here. And yeah, I will be calling the semifinal between Alcaraz and Medvedev. But yeah, I appreciate everybody in here. See you soon, Anthony. I'll see you soon, Robert. See you soon. 3-0. Nice match and love this channel, MXA. I appreciate it. Don't forget to subscribe, Quality Shot Tennis. Don't forget to subscribe, Quality Shot Tennis. Anthony Hirsch here on the call. My YouTube channel as well, Tennis Commentary Booth with Anthony Hirsch. Channel, Quality Shot Tennis, Alcaraz Medvedev, US Open semifinal. I'm more excited for that one than any other Alcaraz Medvedev match so far. I hope Medvedev makes that competitive. It's 6-3, 6-2, 6-4 over Zverev. Zverev is back to the top 10, and Zverev said himself he's back. Zverev said he's back. Alcaraz plays crazy. I always say Alcaraz plays video game tennis. He had his video game controller out playing crazy shots. That's what we've come to expect from Alcaraz. We got Shelton versus Djokovic, Alcaraz versus Medvedev. It's going to be a fun semifinal lineup on the women's side as well. Hope to commentate more matches for the rest of the tournament. I'll see you guys there.